All right.
Yeah.
So, last time on the campaign, colloquially known as Waterderp. You all were tracking a creature a mechanical creature known as a nimblewright. This individual, this construction being believed to be responsible for the fireball that was set off outside of the manor, and also believed to be carrying the Stone of Golor, which is what you've all been tracking down all this time. You tracked it to Gralhund Estate, a noble family nearby to actually Troll Skull Alley, where you encountered that a number of obstacles within, and things were not all well within said estate. It appeared that the Zentarin were present and active within. There was you fought your way through, saw that the Zentarim and the Gralhund guards were doing battle. Thalos met an old acquaintance.
Another old acquaintance.
Yes.
He runs into a lot of those.
He gets around. This man.
Ooh,
I get around, round. I get around.
Yeah, this man.
Don't talk me on Beach Boys.
But yeah, no, this man named by the name of Urstul Floxen seemed to be a prominent figure within the Zentarim. You killed him. And you deduced that the Zentarim and Gralhunds had been seemingly working together, but had some tension in between them. And the Gralhunds had sent the nimblewright to basically hijack the Zentarim mission, and ended up killing some of the Zents along with the person who was transporting the stone, and that was what sort of led to this confrontation. However, the guard arrived, and the lady of the house, Lady Gralhund, was very cagey in dealing with them, and sort of managed to not be arrested on the spot. Also, your device that had been tracking the nimblewright indicated that it had left the premises, and as we were...
The nimblewright has left the building.
Yes, and as we wrapped up, you were getting ready to figure out where it had went. The guards having allowed you to leave, having finished questioning you.
And IL might have, just ignored orders and just kind of left anyway.
Right. But as we begin, I'd like to start back at the manor real quick. In the tap room, Sylvia, you have been having quite a time of it.
For a few days.
Well, it's the same. It's just been over the course of an afternoon. I need to make that clear.
An afternoon delight.
But yes, no, Sylvia, you've been getting thoroughly drunk. Maloon showed up for the past hour or so.
Oh, did they drink the beer that makes you poop?
Not this time. Your bartender Acton Stodge is a professional and would never allow something like that to happen.
Can I just have Sylvia passed out, drunk, face down on the bar table, just laughing to herself?
Sure. And as you're doing that, sort of Maloon shakes you for a moment and is like, Hey Sylvia,
I completely forgot where I am right now. How did you get here?
I don't know. I don't even remember.
Where's my face?
Both of you are just sort of laughing. It's like, yeah, I should probably get back to the yawning portal now.
Don't fall on the way out again.
I mean, the floor is over there, right? And he sort of points at the ceiling.
Yeah, you better go catch it.
What?
He just sort of stumbles
I'm just
out.
going to haphazardly wave my hand goodbye.
Acton Stodge is sort of just looking over you with a raised eyebrow. Like,
I'm going to flip him 1 copper.
he catches it, examines it, just complete deadpan. Thank you.
No problem, you've earned it.
He says thank you, but his heart says why.
Just total deadpan.
Just
Hey, Doc, more.
God damn it! Their shirts say Wiggles, but their eyes say help.
He says, do you think it's perhaps about time you figured out what the rest of the party's doing?
They're not here right now.
Well,
Where did they go?
while you're saying they're not here right now, you look over to the corner and you see a very familiar black wolf dog intently staring at you, almost to make sure that you don't leave the premises.
Were you here this whole time?
Sigurd whoops.
I could have used you. Oh, wait, this is my bar. I was going to use you to get more booze, but all of that was free anyway.
Just looks at you.
Well, all my friends are gone. They replace themselves with 1 dog.
Akensaj says, I'm not totally sure on how to order that thing, but it probably could sniff them out.
Dog. Dog. Listen. Where'd they go?
What do you think?
You see. This is how I'm gonna put it. Unless she can pass an animal handling check,
Okay.
Sigurd was specifically ordered to make sure she didn't go anywhere.
All right. I will allow I was gonna ask what you thought would happen, so animal handling check was gonna be what I suggested as well. So go ahead and make an animal handling roll.
I got a 16.
Okay. Sigurd sort of licks his chops, sniffs the air for a moment, just and begins to trot out the door.
Right, I knew you're my dog. Let's go.
Oh.
Alice is gonna kill her.
I mean, that's been obvious from the start. I think she just expedited the process.
Along the way, I'm just gonna tell everybody in sight that that's my dog.
Amazing.
I guess somebody wants to get cracked over the back of the head with the axe handle again.
I just like the attention.
So back outside, outside Gralhund Villa. What are the rest of you doing?
I mean, I've got a new bird that I'm currently chewing with my finger.
It's true.
You got a new bird, and you owe me a horse, but we'll get back to that later. Aren't we all, trying to follow Al? Didn't he go ahead of us or something?
I'm gonna say you sort of you see them coming out of the house. You haven't gotten too far yet.
All right.
Are you just continuing to fly, or are
You could just continue and then come back if he stops somewhere.
Probably
Or we'll
better than just
try and
having us
follow
all
you.
chase him.
all right?
Yeah.
In that case, back to what we were doing before. I'd like to know which district you're checking first, or which ward of the city you're going to.
Me?
Yes, because you're doing a flying. Well, I mean, you're in the North Ward right now, right?
What? Do I have a general direction of where you went? I thought I was heading into a specific direction of where.
The nimblewright detector has stopped working. It is,
Oh, I thought I started
Right,
moving
he
before that.
he followed him and then came back when he saw the guard. And then...
I didn't come back. The guard told me to come back, but I didn't. And I told
Oh,
him,
I
Right.
thought you did. Never mind.
I'm
So-
not there.
So here's my question: the nimblewright thing has stopped working.
it
It's
has currently stopped. It is not moving.
Okay, when's that festival thingy majigger?
That would be tomorrow.
Yeah, why don't we long rest and rest up for the festival? I mean, it'll probably show up.
That sounds hectic, but okay.
Well, no, but that's the thing. Order out of chaos. If it's hectic, that means we can use the chaos to our benefit.
Yeah, that's why I said, but okay.
Well,
I bring my own chaos.
well,
I don't
currently
disagree.
Ayal is on his. Currently, Ayal cannot hear you because he is on his own. So
That's okay. He can go look, but
Fighting a metal murder machine in the middle of a carnival is not really the best idea.
we're also.
Who fucking cares if a bunch of other meatbags die?
IL cares.
And
Probably
there's
the one that does.
Oh, I just see. You might see race, color, or creed. All I see is meat.
all right. So Ayal or Tyler, do you have your Waterdeep map? You should.
Your functioning Waterdeep map that we struggled to get you.
Check the downloads. Check the documents.
Yes. Hold on. Hold the phone.
Yes.
Hey, Doogie, pick up the phone. What's up?
Okay.
What's up?
While Tyler does that, Thalos, you hear a familiar woof, woof, and the scampering of feet as a familiar wolf runs up to you.
Thalos is going to see the wolf. He's going to roll his eyes because he already knows.
And a moment later,
You know what? Do it.
What the
That
fuck?
was such a good joke. Oh my god.
I
can't
am a
believe
genius.
Dogs can tell jokes.
Thalos is going to look at his newfound bird, and he's going to look at Sylvia. You see her? She's the enemy.
Oh god.
Do me a favor. Go eat her hair.
make an animal handling roll.
I think my animal handling. Where the fuck?
Really, the second skill.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I Googled it.
15.
So, okay, couple things. First of all, if you Google it, then you might get a different version of the map, or even worse, the DM version of the map, which has details you're not supposed to see on it.
This one's on Amazon. I don't know.
Ooh.
It looks the same from what I remember.
Okay, does it have the wards on it? Because that's what matters.
I'm gonna need you to stop playing Bloodstained in the background and play D&D with us.
Field Ward, Sea Ward, North Ward, Castle Ward.
Okay, yeah,
City.
okay.
Who's playing Bloodstained? Because I'm not playing it.
It was a joke off that noise you just made.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I'll come back to that.
I was freaking out because I'm playing music and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Back to Isle in a moment. The bird sort of cocks its head at you. You figure that having just bonded with this thing, it's going to take some training before it really does what you tell it to do.
Talos looks at the bird. He kind of pets its head. That's okay. In time. But for now, Siggy, woman in the outhouse.
What does Siggy do again?
Deck. That basically translates to deck the midget.
I've already conquered your dog.
Yeah, that
Sigurd
dog
jumps-
is about to deck you.
And Sigurd jumps at you.
Oh, not again. I thought we were past.
Thalos is going to squat down and he's going to look at you. You conquered my dog, eh? Well then. Hey, Siggy. Kiss.
No, I'm too drunk to get up.
And
Yeah.
you currently have a wolf tongue in your face. Meanwhile, okay, Ayal, which ward are you going to first? You're currently in the North Ward, by the way.
Currently in the north.
Yes.
Do I have any idea where it was heading last? Like which direction?
Not really, but you remember that you came from the House of Inspired Hands, the Temple of Gond, which was in the Sea Ward. But beyond that, you don't really have any idea where it might have gone. This is just.
I'm gonna head south to the castle ward. Actually, no, because it might be working for the shirtless wonder. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the C word.
I believe if we long rest, we also level up.
This is true. Well, once you long.
Right.
Yes, once you long rest, you will level up. Okay, you're going to the C word first.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Quinn, you're keeping us from leveling up.
Well, we'll see what happens with this.
Shut up. No.
I have plans. I have worked things out. All right.
We all go back to Troll Skull Manor. Try and use the bed. You cannot rest when enemies are nearby.
Does nothing. Levels up. Great.
Okay. Ayal, you spend about 20 minutes getting a full scan of the C ward, and you're not getting any signal.
You didn't do nothing. You got experience via alcohol.
All right, so guess head goes from the C ward over the castle ward into the trade ward.
You spent the last two sessions gaining experience in alcoholism.
Yeah. So every ward is a 20-minute search. You don't find anything in the castle ward or the trade ward.
South ward.
Southern ward. This is where your family lives.
Yes.
Fly over that. Still nothing. Now it's been about 1 sec. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's been about a little over an hour at this point.
Well, there's only one left to go. Might as well do it. Dock ward.
Dock ward. All right. As you fly over the dock ward, you get a ping as you're near the docks. The thing starts to This thing starts to spin as you look down at a couple of familiar ships.
Okay, and I forgot the shirtless man was in the dock ward.
And actually, as you look at those ships, you see that there is activity happening happening outside of them. You see what appears to be a bunch of workers bringing out what appear to be various wagons and floats and setting them up. Seems to be in preparation for a parade.
Is it the whirligig? I can't remember the name of it.
Which one? What?
It's the whirligig that I'm carrying the detector.
Yeah, the nimblewright detector. It is currently starting to spin as you approach the ships of the Sea Maiden's Faire.
All right, I'm gonna get a little closer.
It does seem to be increasing in speed as you approach them.
Can I see if I can find them?
Make an investigation check.
Ooh, my specialty.
Actually, perception.
Perception?
Yeah, this would be perception.
Okay, yeah. Even better. That would be a... What's it again? 19. 12 plus 7. 19.
Okay, 19. You do a cursory scan. You fly by the ships. You don't see any in plain. They don't appear to be in plain. It doesn't appear to be in plain sight if it's nearby. Yeah, that's you're not seeing it, but it appears to. The signal does appear to be coming from. Interesting. It appears to be coming from both of the ships.
Oh, good God. I'm not going to go tango with that all by my lonesome. Going back to the manor.
Okay. All right. About a little over an hour after you've all gathered, well, actually, would you all be out there still waiting for him, or would you go back to Troll Skull Manor?
We'll probably just kind of wandering the
that's
direction back.
That's where Thalos was planning on going.
Okay, I'll say you made your way back to the manor, and probably Ayal is going there too. So yeah, about an hour passes, and Ayal gets back to the manor. Business business has wound down at this point, as it is nighttime.
Can I spend some time trying to teach Carl to perch on Sigurd's head?
You can spend a little time on that. You can just make an animal handling roll. As you're doing that, Ayal walks in the door.
Hey, bird boy, what's up?
So he's at the dock. It's at the docks, and there might actually be 2 of them.
What are you guys talking about?
Your mom.
I have 2 moms. Wow.
You have 3 moms.
Oh, wow. I just keep accumulating them. Okay.
Okay, what exactly do you mean by 2 of them? I mean, we know about the original and then the evil twin, but
I was just gonna hold up the detector and say that this was detecting what is it called again?
Nimblewrights.
Nimblewright. I keep on forgetting. I keep on wanting to call it automaton.
I mean, it is a type of automaton.
Yeah, this was detecting a nimblewright in 2 of the ships.
Thalos shrugs. Maybe he's got an evil stepsister.
I hope not.
Specifically the ones with the underdressed man.
Oh, good fucking god!
Thalos will kind of he's trying to train the bird, but he'll look over and he'll give a grin. Oh, good. I've got a score to settle with that one.
Please settle it. The sooner that man stops existing, the sooner I can calm the fuck down.
I'll settle it on one condition.
What?
I want his hat.
Okay.
That's it. I want his hat.
I don't like that, but okay. It's probably
in the bar. Okay.
It's probably on that fucking ship, but it also makes me wonder what the fuck is on the other ship that's making that thing go off.
And as you recall, the Sea Maiden's Faire is a trio of ships, the third of which is further out into the harbor, not actually docked at the pier.
I mean, we could just blow them all up.
Yeah, but we need the thing because it's got the stone and it might not have it on its person. It might be hiding it somewhere. So we can't just blow it up.
Well, we can't just go take on 3 ships worth of possibly brigands.
Well,
why not light one of the ships on fire?
The worst idea I've heard.
I often mention a fire. I was going to think about the dragon at the bottom of the lake.
We should take a more friendly approach to this. From what I recall, I was dragging Sylvia from the place. They were all buddy-buddy with her. Maybe we could send her in there to do some snooping if she could focus for long enough.
Oh, I remember.
Thalos won't even look away from trying to train the bird. You're dealing with a criminal organization.
Those guys were my friends.
Yeah, and they think she's a drunk idiot, which she is, but she's a drunk idiot we sort of trust, so...
Thalos cracks a twisted smile. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
There was a really handsome man on the boat.
Or, Thalos turns a little more. What if...
What are you giggling about?
What if I play the midget?
That would be safer.
No.
No room for mistakes. Drunken idiot mistakes.
You can't mimic this personality.
Thalos looks at you, just stands up, walks over to the bar, slumps on it haphazardly like a rag doll. Oh, I'm so drunk. Oh, he looks at the bartender. Are you my dad? Oh, here, get me a beer, will you? Oh, I'm so drunk.
Methinks
Okay, the only
methinks
thing
you have to work on
To me, my 3 moms, or my dad ever again.
Acton Stodge says, methinks you'd have to work on the voice.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah,
that.
you're not quite
Much.
joyful enough.
Or feminine.
I'm charming.
Thalos is going to look at you. Rista's more charming than you, and I want to cut her head off.
So.
You
That
gotta
would probably
work on
blow
my
it because, like I said,
personality.
they were buddy
Thalos
buddy.
chuckles. What personality?
The one everybody loves.
All right, listen. Either we send Sylvia in. Hold on.
You have as
Thalos.
much personality as a pint of beer.
Either we send Sylvia in, or you're going to have to take some lessons from her.
Honestly, I think those are both terrible ideas. Are you sure we can't start a fire?
His eyes,
No, we cannot start any fires. At least not until we've found what we needed.
His eye twitches. Let's burn one of the ships. If it's
No.
the quickest way.
No.
Well, if we have a wild enough party, I might accidentally burn the ship.
That's a whole other thing.
If only we had Shava. She's great at burning alcohol.
Well, I could attempt to talk my way in if you don't want to send the unreliable drunk or the murder machine.
Okay. I'm open to that option too. But I'm also nervous about you possibly burning the whole place down. So
Relax, I'm not a pyromancer.
doesn't mean you won't burn it.
You ever seen me use fire magic?
You don't have to use magic to make fire.
If we're talking about burning it to the ground, why don't we just bribe the dragon at the bottom of the lake?
Dragon?
Is a dragon where?
At the bottom of the lake.
Excuse me, what?
And when were you going to tell us this?
Didn't I tell you this?
No!
Everyone scratches their head.
Oh,
How the fuck did
Must
you
have
find a dragon at the bottom of the lake?
I was sent on a quest to find what was the dragon at the bottom of the lake.
Wait,
And he's just hanging there. He's chill. You know, very nice man. Very nice dragon.
I remember hanging with a beautiful boy on a really nice boat.
Yeah, that's what Sylvia followed me, didn't she?
I mean, she didn't see. They might not have seen the dragon, but she was there.
Thalos is going to go back to training Carl and ignore all of you.
Okay.
There's
By
a
the way,
no,
I rolled a 14 on that animal.
Okay, you're making some headway.
it was a bronze dragon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a bronze dragon at the bottom of the lake.
I mean, if you want to tell him to try and do something to the one ship that didn't have a nimblewright on it, go right fucking ahead.
Also,
Actually-
But
Actually, speaking of which, isn't the boat that isn't at the docks literally right above him?
it was near him. He was close to it. Also, you can make a nature check if you want about a certain aspect of this.
Also,
also,
You can,
When?
did I cut out?
Yeah,
Oh.
he did.
his thing's lighting up, like
Yeah.
he's making noise.
Oh,
Oh, there he is.
he's back.
oh, okay.
Okay, he's alive.
My internet hiccuped apparently. Yeah, I was gonna say you
Happens.
can also make a nature check about a certain facet of this.
Me?
Nature check?
Honestly, anyone. Just specifically when Isle says bronze dragon.
Oh, okay. I don't think I'll...
I don't think I'll be very good at this.
You never know.
I got a 14.
I mean,
I got it too.
I mean, we literally had a situation where it's like, here, let me check that poison. I'm proficient in medicine. Fails. Oh, let me try. Fails. Gerald dips finger. Yeah. I know what this is.
Yep.
I mean, hey man, the dice fall how they will.
What's the check?
Nature.
I got a 14.
Nature. Oh, I have a +2 on that. So okay.
I'm actually not sure what we're rolling for, so I'm going to contrive a reason that Ace doesn't care.
That's fair, honestly.
I got a modified 19.
I looked away for a minute, and I have no idea why we're rolling.
Okay.
Sylvia's too distracted by anything.
Yes.
I got mod 16.
Okay, yeah. Reese, you you're talking. Isle brought up like the idea of burning the ships, and then he said bronze dragon, and you're like, wait a minute, bronze dragons don't breathe fire. They breathe lightning.
So what? Lightning can create fire.
I mean, to an extent.
No, it can. Not to mention, the thing's big enough to where it could probably just fucking bite the ship in half.
Well, also, didn't you say that this dragon was expressly friendly? I don't know if he'd be willing to just up and destroy a ship for no reason.
Well, if we promise him all the riches on board, he likes the gold. He likes the shiny stuff. Have him bring the ship down. Say it's not coming back anyway.
Why not offer him a part of the treasure? You know, be like, hey, you help us out, we'll give you some gold.
3 copper.
No, you idiot.
It's a dragon. It's gonna want more than that, Sylvia. Jesus fucking Christ.
Be back in a second.
Yeah, just say like, hey, we'll give you some dragons or whatnot.
We'll give you some dragons.
Yeah, some dragons for the dragon.
I was just saying, like, he could keep the ship and everything.
What if we disguise IL as a sexy lady dragon?
What?
But that dragon already knows what Isle looks like.
But we're disguising him as a sexy lady dragon. It's not that he'll look like him. It'll be him in a sexy dragon lady
let
costume.
IL talk to the dragon and we'll...
Yeah, hey IL, how good are you at seducing dragons?
I was just gonna look at Talos.
No, I'm not saying that as
you don't need to seduce the dragon.
Anyway.
If I'm talking as Thalos, I'll use Thalos' voice. If I'm just talking kind of like to players, I use my voice.
So bringing it back in though, also you do there is a detail that Isle that you haven't mentioned yet. If you're just reminding you, don't know if you. It's up to you, of course.
Sorry, wait, what?
We're gonna have to narrow that down a bit.
Just was something you saw when you checked out the docks just now.
They're preparing for a carnival?
A parade.
We already knew about that.
Right.
There's the thing tomorrow. We already know there's going to be a parade of some kind.
But the fact that that shirtless man's preparing for the parade specifically.
Great. That gives me an opportunity to kill him.
Sorry, what'd I miss?
We're gonna kill the shirtless man. Duh.
Not the worst idea you've all come up with.
Yeah, but we also have to worry about the fucking automaton. At least let's figure out which one is the one we need, because the 2 is concerning me.
Or just kill them.
Wait, the 2 what?
Just kill them both.
2 nimblewrights.
Alright, there's 2?
Yeah.
There are 2.
He walked away for a minute.
Oh, okay.
I had to step away.
Yeah, he probably went to go use the bathroom.
Wait, when did we learn there's 2?
There's 2. IL fucking told us that he detected 2 in the docks.
Okay.
Like brothers, but closer.
So I think if we're gonna try attacking people tomorrow, then our 2 sneakiest boys should go and takes
Hey,
a fucking note.
I have advantage on stealth rolls.
I do
Yes.
too.
Me too.
You?
Yeah, +6.
I don't think I do. Yeah, I have negative on stealth, so I think
No.
I have a decent bonus to stealth.
No, not advantage. No, you have a better roll on stealth. I get advantage on stealth because the boots, my
I've
boots,
got an okay
my sneaky boy
stealth roll,
boots.
but
Well, you two go and let I'll show you where the nimblewrights are, and like at least try and sneak on and see if you can't
Fallows, team up
figure out
with
what the fuck's going
Sylvia?
on.
No, me.
You're not Sylvia, I'll.
I think she meant Ayal.
Okay, good.
Oh.
No one's asking you to team up with the drunk. We don't need 2 dead people.
But I'm tiny and I can be stealthy if I want to.
Wait, I'm not
You
dead
could
right
be
you're
now.
stealth-
stealthy if
Barrel
you
of
shut
crack.
your mouth.
Barrel of firecrackers.
I just said I'm not dead right now. What the fuck's wrong with you?
But I know those guys.
Thalos is gonna
That's
face
the problem. You'll
Thalos
start
is-
shouting.
is going to facepalm and then go upstairs and take his dog and his bird with him.
I can at least distract them away from you guys. How about that?
She would make an excellent distraction. You can't discount that.
Excellent distraction until she lets something slip.
You're not
She's
going
not
to tell
exactly
them what's actually
tight-lipped.
going on, are you?
I thought I
Otherwise-
was finding my 3 moms.
Otherwise, you're going sober for a month.
I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Sober
And you trust her
for a
word.
month. Other than just being constantly drunk, the only thing I've distrusted her on is, staying awake. Also, being sober for a month.
Oh, let me get this straight. You're going to trust Sylvia not to rat out Thalos and possibly put him in danger.
It's
We're
been
trusting
years before I was
Sylvia
sober.
to keep Thalos out of danger.
Would you trust it the other way
It's like-
around? Let's be real here.
We shouldn't trust them relying on each other at all. Those two get together like dogs and cats.
Fine.
I
Jesus
mean,
Christ, I'll babysit the drunk.
Thalos isn't. See, Thalos is the kind of person where if anyone's going to kill Sylvia, it's going to be him. So, like, he'll literally run in to defend her and kill whatever's killing her just so he gets to do it.
Right, hence Ace's problem that Sylvia likely doesn't have the same idea and would just like to see Thalos suffer.
Yeah.
And there's the confirmation.
Ayel's been flying around for a couple hours now. He's gonna go to bed. He's tired.
Alrighty.
So,
I'm just gonna sleep on the bar table.
so it sounds like the plan that it's starting to shape up is Reese and Sylvia on the deck. Reese keeping an eye on Sylvia while she runs distraction. And then Thalos and Ace as the investigators.
I believe it's Talos and Ayal is the investigator.
Ayal, sorry.
Yeah.
With Ace doing
Ace has a,
something.
Ace, what do you
Ace
wanna
has a
do?
Ace has a decent stealth bonus, but it's like Talos and Ayal just have him outclassed in
Gotcha.
that area.
So Ace will be doing something else.
Ace.
Something that was never established, and that's apparently what we're going with.
He's
Alright.
gonna sell piss.
Oh no! Without Thalos there, it's just not the same. It's a buddy cop thing.
Help me babysit the drunk, asshole. I'm not doing this by myself.
Oh, can I have
It's
my
gonna be a job.
can I have my strength back now?
Well, hold on. Hold on now.
Oh no! Now
I
All
mean,
right, can we take this long rest or no?
well, if you're all adjourning, yes. Also, just throwing out there, Ace could run just keeping an eye out, keeping watch.
You could do surveillance.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can all take your long rest, and yes,
I
now
guess.
at this point, yes, Thalos, you can reset your strength.
Bitchin'.
And the best part of this is we have to put this on pause for like 15 minutes while we level up.
It depends on who needs to do what, but okay.
Well, I already know what I'm doing.
I mean, I've had trouble trying to decide what my spell is going to be for this, and I also get to swap a spell, and some of these, let me tell you, Quinn is not giving me much chance to use them, so.
It's time for true two-weapon fighting.
Oh, yes. Time for an upgrade.
Which means I can dual-wield longswords. I'm going to get a bonus to AC, yeet.
Yeet.
And I can use my proficiency on my other weapon.
Yeah, your damage bonus.
I've wanted that feat for a while.
I mean, that's how you've built him.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're doing that. Does anyone need my help for leveling up?
Oh, I already know what I wanted for this, so I just gotta change my...
Oh, right, we have the option to take feats. Shit.
Or you can do the ability score increase.
Like, really the only reason I took it with Sergo is because I just thought it'd be really funny to get the 20 in strength. I'm not sure I need it here.
Go for Spell Sniper.
Not a bad idea.
It's really good. It'll give you like 300 feet on some spells.
Ethan knows what it does. He knows about.
Oh, I don't. I do not have the feat list memorized. Okay. Nobody should have that list memorized.
Okay, I just thought it was a fairly popular feat.
I don't deal with feats that often. You learn it mostly by being a player, not the DM. And as a player, I've taken 0 feats in my games so far.
Okay.
Because there's only been one where I've reached level 4, now 2, so... God, so I have to choose... I have to look into feats and spells. Okay.
All right.
DM, I don't know what I'm doing.
Look for this.
I will... Here, let's go to another chat room. Hello?
I'm getting a feat, but I don't know what feats I can do.
Okay. Well, or you can do a feat or an ability score increase, basically.
I'm good on ability score. I also still only 1 point shy of what's his face? Fire Ripper.
So do you think you're doing ability score or feat?
Feat.
Okay. In that case, I'll send you the feat. So you're gonna choose in the drop down. You're gonna choose feat instead of ability score improvement, right?
Yeah, I see that, but there's a bunch of elemental adepts stuff like.
Oh, okay. Let me send you the actual feat list then. Where's?
I don't know what I can use as a rogue.
There it is. So this is defeat list. You should look off of that. It gives you a summary of each one. Avoid the ones that are from like Eberron, because they're all like dragon marks and stuff. That's very setting dependent.
From Eberron?
Yeah, the ones that say like Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron.
Alright. Okay, so search name, category.
Do you think that you think you're good finding one now? If I leave you, if I leave you to your own devices at this point, do you think you're good?
I just don't know what I can.
Well,
So I could what I'm getting at is I could technically feasibly use elemental adept for no reason.
Right.
Okay, so I just didn't know if there was anything specific for a rogue. I didn't know if that's gonna work.
There's some things
I actually haven't done the feat before because I was an elf.
I think there are some things that are good for rogues. Let me scan. It's mobile. Let's see, prodigy, resilient.
I can do keen mind again.
Right.
What's proficiency with light armor do?
I think you have that already. That's just defines like what you can use basically, and I think as a rogue you already have that. It's not that exciting. Tavern Brawler, tough. Okay.
Ooh. What does this do?
I'm gonna see if anyone else needs help. BRB.
Of an object with magic, as long as they fail an investigate check. And I'm like, oh no, that's too much. It's an illusory spell, and it affects monetary value.
That is very in character.
It's so in character, but I will literally never use it.
You
Is
can
everyone-
use it for this.
Is everyone good here?
We're okay, but I'm not done. I'm picking spells.
Right, I'm just checking, making sure.
Oh, I know I need to pick up, like, at this point knows he would need to hedge more into damage-based magic just in case, but...
I'm pretty sure all Sylvia needs to do is roll hit dice, right?
Also, I gain
Slow fall.
+1
Oh,
proficiency
Oh yeah,
in 2 skills.
yes. Or a
Which
feat,
I
but
do
that's
in Dex.
oh,
Oh yeah, or
probably better to go
I
for.
wanna the max Dex.
Also really good! Oh!
Oof.
I could also get Hold Person, that's just a classic.
Oh, you got the 20 dex. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh baby.
Oh right, Mind Spike. Fuck, I forgot that was a spell.
As a monk, rather, have you picked your second one yet?
I did it in Wisdom.
Oh, okay, that was gonna be my suggestion. Yeah, so that's good.
Awesome.
And then you roll HP and you're good.
Fine, I'll do this one.
There's too many good spells. And there's plenty of them that are in character.
All right, so I chose Observant. What does it mean that I have a passive perception and investigation of 22?
You have
that
a what
means
now?
that
You have a fucking what now?
What?
yeah, that means
Jesus
you're.
Christ, man. That's like 8th level numbers right there.
I love that you just casually
Yes.
dropped that.
And Jesus, I hope nothing's going to try to sneak up on us because Quinn's going to be mighty fucking disappointed.
Yeah, no. Okay, so Observant. So you bumped either your intelligence or wisdom. I'm guessing intelligence.
I did intelligence.
Yeah, that's good for you as an investigative rogue. You can read lips if you can understand the language a creature's speaking.
Yep.
And yes, you get a +5 to your passive perception and investigation,
That's pretty cool.
which is basically the stuff you notice when you're not actively trying. So you can just see things as if you rolled a 22. So yeah, you got that bird vision.
You got that bird vision.
That was a good feat. That was a good choice.
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, yep, that's me. That's Bird Boy.
Yep.
I was almost going to do Keen Mind again until I saw that.
Mm. So you're done. I think Sylvia's done.
Ooh.
I'm guessing Thalos is done because RJ knew exactly what he was doing.
So I was just picking some spells.
Ah.
And that's it. I got rid of green hand. Actually, no, fuck that. I don't want Ray of Frost. I can take Firewall. I love that spell.
You got rid of Green Flame Blade?
Yeah, I don't have much use for it.
You know it gets better at
The
certain
whole
levels.
reason I'm not doing what's it called? Distort. It's the whole reason I'm not doing distort value. It's so in character, but I guarantee you there's no point to using it. I might get to use it like once or twice.
I don't think I had any chance to use Green Flame Blade.
Oh, you used it like you used it like 3 times.
It was gonna get better at like 5th level or something. Also, wait, I don't know. I don't think you can swap out cantrips.
You
Can
can't?
No, you can't.
No.
I don't believe you can. Can't.
Warlocks can.
No, warlocks.
Warlocks are the cantrip class, though.
I usually you cannot. You just can't. You get an extra cantrip at level 10 as an Eldritch Knight.
Right.
Yeah, no. When you gain a level, you can swap out one of your regular spells, but not cantrips.
Okay. Then I'll keep it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's whatever.
Got a lot of buff things that I could get just to, like, improve the party from thing to thing, but, ooh, what's that? Oh.
Any good things in character here, Jesus.
Yeah, RJ, next level, at 5th level, Green Flame Blade actually gets really good. Because then the initial attack does an extra d8 of fire damage, and the second target also takes a d8 of fire damage.
Alright.
So.
Okay. Excuse me for a moment.
Okay.
Food is ready.
Okay.
Food.
Foob.
Also, I now have slow fall.
That is correct. You can ignore up to 20 points of falling damage.
Oh. I don't know how I feel about this.
What's this?
I feel like it could be useful.
It also gets better every level. You get a.
Oh man.
It's 5 times. I believe it's 5 times your level.
Yep.
So 20 now, and it goes up by 5 every time you level up.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
Interesting.
Oh, I might want that. Hold on, I'm gonna look at the other things, but I think I know what I'm getting.
All right.
Holy shit, there's a fucking spell in here that's basically that one scene from the Dark Crystal where they touch their fingers and suddenly they know everything about each other.
Hmm.
I love it.
Wait, Phoebe, you went for a strength increase?
Yes.
Okay. It's not what I expected.
Fuck you.
You know what?
I'm powerful enough in other shit.
I mean, your wisdom's only a 16. Just saying.
That's my highest stat. Fuck you.
Just my
I'm saying 16 is on the low side for your big stat.
Fine.
I'm not gonna.
Fine.
Okay.
No, don't let Quinn
Fine. You're such a bitch.
pigeonholing your players. Good.
You're a
I'm sorry.
bitch.
I'm sorry.
No, fuck you. Now I have to go change it because you made me paranoid.
Peeps, no.
I'm gonna get this spell I want though, and there's no fucking way you're telling me not to.
Just saying that
You peeps.
just makes your spell attack and save DC higher. That's all.
Shut up. You're right, but shut up.
See, that might be the reason I won't take a feat. Is my spell save DC could use a
Some juice.
boost. It really can. As I'm playing an illusionist, a lot of my spells need a save, and if it stays at 14 as we progress,
There.
I'm gonna end up being fucking useless.
I added one to both of them, so fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Hey, that means you got the strength bonus too.
Look at my AC, Quinlan.
You're a monk. It's gonna be stupid.
19.
Jeez.
Yeah, RJ, the spell sniper is good, but it's not. I'm the wrong kind of character for that. Spells. I think currently Ace has 2 offensive spells, and that's Poison Spray and Witch Bolt. Only Witch
There.
Bolt would get the bonus from that feat. Most of my stuff is. Like, I purposely
Yeah,
thought it'd be cool to build an illusory spellcaster.
I actually got rid of I got rid of Ray of Sickness, and I gave myself Witch Bolt and Ice Knife.
Ooh, those are two spells that we have seen. We've seen them be very effective.
What?
Yeah.
Ice Knife is one of the spells that Ivy has.
That's right.
Yeah. What counts as a finesse weapon?
It would have the finesse property. And all that means is that it's a weapon that you can use your dex or your strength on.
Okay.
What
What about versatile?
Versatile weapons, you can one-hand or two-hand them, and if you're two-handing them, they do more damage.
All right.
But if you're two-weapon fighting, you're going to be one-handing them.
Huh?
I say if you're doing your two-weapon fighting, then you would be one-handing them.
Oh, and just so you know, I added in a misc bonus because I'm supposed to get +1 to my AC for dual wielding weapons.
Oh, did it not do that automatically?
Nope. So I just added it in as an additional misc bonus.
Okay, just keeping in mind that to make a mental note that if for whatever reason you stop dual wielding, that goes down.
But when's that gonna happen?
Right.
So yeah, I'm
Oh,
good.
Jesus, yeah, none of these. There really isn't a feat that helps.
So question: when I scroll
Chicken your
down
shit.
from spells to my second level spells, why are some of them blue?
Oh, those are lower level spells, but bumped up because you would be casting them at a higher level.
Oh, okay.
So if you just hit the cast button on one of those, it would take up a higher level slot, and you'll notice that the numbers are also blue because they're buffed.
Ow, yeah, they are. Oh, my fucking laptop is really hot. I like this. I like this spell. It's kind of dumb, but I like it.
Which one is that?
Bottom.
The
Look
spiritual
all the way
weapon.
at the bottom.
Oh, spiritual
Yeah.
weapon's a classic. That is a classic cleric spell.
Oh, yeah, you have no idea. Literally, the cleric in my campaign opens almost every fight on his turn with a spiritual guardian spiritual weapon, and real headache for the enemy, because that is a lot of passive damage going around.
Yeah.
It basically gives you an extra attack every round.
It does.
And it's not even
It does. And when paired with other things, it gets nutty.
And it's not the best part is it's not even concentration.
It is.
Yeah, that's the
What
that's
is
like the
it?
craziest part.
Oh, it's duration. It just lasts a minute.
Lasts a minute, and you don't have to concentrate on it, so you can have another concentration effect up at the same time.
Shit.
Or a concentration effect, I should say.
I also got another cantrip because they let me get another cantrip, but none of them were that good. So, just word of radiance.
Just
We forgot.
No big deal.
Alright, so you're good. Who needs more time?
Give me like 2 minutes. I'm probably gonna swap a spell.
Okay. Would it be okay if you did that while we got started, or would you be distracted?
I mean, I'm going to be distracted, but I'm not super relevant at the moment.
Okay.
So,
Alright, in that case, I will say you all come to the next day feeling invigorated.
Bitch, I'm still sleeping. Fuck you.
Well, you didn't really figure out what time you were going to execute the plan, so...
You're gonna have to wake me up if you leave early. Fuck you. I'm sleeping.
I'm going to say it's probably Ayal who's up first, just because he's used to cleaning the house.
Yeah. It's the first time I've been here in a while, so.
Yeah, it's a hot fucking mess, probably.
Save me!
Alright,
What the fuck?
he's doing, I think, Evanescence?
It is Evanescence.
Yeah. So Ayal, you awake. What do?
Clean!
Wake up! Wake up!
You wanted to! You wanted to!
Jesus. So
Buttons on your pants.
wanted to.
You
I
wanted
also
to.
take this mansion by storm and clean it like it's never been cleaned before.
yes, so
Oh god.
you do so. A few hours pass. You're in the thick of the Day of Wonders, and you know that the parade is going to start from the Temple of Gond pretty shortly, likely accompanied by people from the Sea Maiden's Faire.
What kind of wonders? Is anyone selling anything interesting?
It's not really selling so much as showing off inventions. It's like an expo.
Is anyone else awake?
It's like a Microsoft Expo. It's just boring.
More like Stark Expo.
It's like the World, what was it called?
World's Fair.
Science. Yeah, the World Fair.
Basically. But with some more...
Microsoft.
But it seems like this time there will be some more traditional carnival-style attractions as a result of the involvement of the Seafaring Carnival.
My God, is this like Ocean's Boon? Is there going to be Jeremiah?
Oh no. Well, I just moved to Waterdeep recently.
Oh no!
I just crossed the dimensional plane, we're in the moon of Waterdeep. I was arm wrestling this big fella when suddenly a green light opened
That
up.
is way too coherent for Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, Ayal, what point do you wake the others?
Once I finish cleaning, I guess.
All
Start
right.
waking people up.
All right. Y'all are awoken. Some of you before probably you wanted to. Cough, Reese, cough.
Fuck you!
I hope that's a fuck you to Ayal and not fucking Quinn.
6 of 1. So yeah, what do you all wish to do?
Go back to sleep.
I was gonna
Sylvia's
smack
gonna
Reese up the
start
head.
pre-gaming because she knows there's an event today.
Pre-gaming?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I'm gonna drink before the event.
Yeah, pre-gaming is literally drinking before you go out drinking. It's a weird ritual.
That sounds like some
I don't
dumb
quite-
shit.
That sounds like
It kind
Sylvia.
of is. You essentially, the idea, as I understand it, is you essentially get buzzed before you go drinking. It's supposed to enhance the experience somehow. I've never quite understood it.
I don't get it.
Anyway. So yeah, Sylvia, you start drinking. Business in the tavern's a little slow today because a lot of people are getting ready for the carnival and the parade.
Picture of Sylvia.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So-
I was looking for the one picture of Sylvia I had in my phone.
So, are we, do you just want to fast forward to you guys going down to the dock board?
Well,
Sure.
before
Probably, we're likely all going to be just on like small morning routine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine as well.
before we do that, I just,
Damn.
Anyway, so as you all go down, so you all make your way,
I make Happy Meal.
you all make your way down to the dock ward. And as you do, you see the ships. The floats that the floats that you saw from yesterday are no longer present. And
Oh shit.
as they have set out. And yeah, there's all the like carnies and stuff that were on the decks of the ships previously. Some of them are still there, but they seem to be more just a minority, as the majority of them have gone off to the parade.
Where's the parade?
It's supposed to set out from the Temple of Gond in the Sea Ward.
Then I'm gonna go there with the detector, see if it's there.
Do you want to do that before you go down to the dock ward? This is before you all organize.
That sounds smart.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you fly out there. And it is a spectacle. There are all sorts of floats, inventions. You see some robot-looking things. You see there is a large let's see. There's this whole parade beyond the inventions of various floats that you saw assembled the previous day. There are these paper mache beholders on poles.
Oh God.
There's a sort of life-sized mechanical unicorn ridden by what appears to be a mechanical unicorn, which is being ridden. If this is a float, and it's being ridden by a mechanical drow ranger that seems to be waving 2 scimitars. There's a float with a couple mechanical goblins. There's all sorts of these sights, and in front of it all, riding a large diatrema, which is a type of flightless bird, sort of like a fantasy ostrich. This one.
So what you're saying is chokobos.
I was going to say
more or less.
No, not the chocobo.
But there's this large rainbow feathered diatrema, and on its back, shirt off, hat jauntily placed upon his head, and laughing at all the spectacle is none other than Zardog Zord, the captain of the Sea Maiden's Faire.
Yep, we're totally gonna take his hat.
I'm gonna get him.
But as for the nimblewright detector, it is not spinning.
Go check the boats. Go check the butts.
The boats left.
Go fly to where they are.
Well, the boats are still in the harbor. They took the floats off of the boats and to the temple.
You were waiting for a chance to say that, weren't you?
It only
but it popped into my head.
Same, yeah. One float has mechanical flumps. Actually,
no.
No, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
No.
Anyway, so that is what you see.
So what IL's there is not there. What IL is looking for is not there. So he's going to fly back to where did everyone else go? The docks?
Yes.
All right, IL's going to fly back to the docks, say that the nimblewrights are not there.
Actually,
and then say, what?
No, never mind.
I was going to say the nimblewrights aren't there. I'm going to go to the boats to see if they're still on the ships and see if they're still on them.
Yeah, as you fly near the ships, yes, you are picking up the same signals as you were last night.
Shit, how am I going to sneak onto a boat in the middle of the bay?
Hell.
With your natural camouflage?
My natural camouflage? Yeah, I'll pretend to be a seagull. How about that?
It might work if you fly high enough.
Remember, Colonel, this is a sneaking mission.
Anyway.
I mean, I'm not a sneak build here.
IL tries to. IL gets on the ship. Metal Gear Solid Alert theme plays.
I can feel that though.
Several exclamation marks on the ships. Like, what the fuck are those?
Okay, so.
All right, so how are we going to do this? I'm actually going to fly back and say that the nimblewrights are still on the ships.
God,
But
they're still fucking.
actually, I'm going to say the nimblewrights are on the ships, but shirtless man is at the parade.
It's like a good opportunity to just sink the whole thing.
Can I follow the shirtless man?
No.
I don't think you know where he is. I think only IL. Well, okay, technically IL just told us where he is, but
We need the rock from the robot. Okay, we can't just sink the ship because that might lose the robot and that information forever. And all we would have to deal with is the shirtless man, and I'd honestly rather not have to do that.
promise to never make your voice go that high again. I'll agree with you.
Thal just kind of blinks, pulls cotton out of his ears. Oh.
A lucky bastard.
All right, my turn to eat food. I'm going to mute myself. Hold on.
Okay.
I just munched directly into the mic.
Nom nom.
So
Yourself a slice of well done toast and just crunch it right next to your mic.
Oh, fuck you.
I know what I want to do.
Sound engineer's forbidden desire.
This is a Cubano, so I could do that.
I'm gonna
Stop.
follow the carnies.
Oh no.
Hey, no, I
I
thought we
want to see if they remember me.
No, we're not
Wait,
splitting
I
up.
thought we had a plan.
What
I
is?
thought we had a plan.
A plan.
Yeah, 2 of you sneak onto the boats, figure out what's going on. We're gonna watch.
Typically, the sneaking ones being the bird and the murder guy.
Yes, the bird and the murder guy. And the drunk and I are gonna keep an eye out for any, like, stragglers. The drunk will distract. I will make sure she doesn't say anything dumb and revealing.
Distract who?
Ace, what do you
We're going to have to get out to the boats. They're in the middle of the harbor.
Exactly. It's very distracting when suddenly a drunk child is dancing
We're just going
around
to
on a
drop
boat.
off in the middle of the boats?
No, 2 ships are docked. This is
Oh, I thought you said they weren't docked anymore.
no.
Yeah,
I
it's the same thing.
said it's the
He
same.
said the floats weren't docked.
Oh.
The floats
Yeah.
have been unloaded.
The floats, not the boats.
Yes.
The floats, not the boats.
Yes.
I know the boats float. I know it's confusing. But the floats.
Okay, I've been
Right
getting
down
this
the
all up
chute.
backwards then. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I
Two,
got you.
yeah,
I got you.
okay.
Root beer boat.
Clarifying everything. 2 of the
Beer
ships.
float?
Also, start saying ships because that's less confusing.
Ships.
Yes. The Heartbreaker.
My ship sets sail in the morning.
The Heartbreaker and the Hellraiser are docked. These have a gangplank that one could just walk up and get onto the deck.
Well, I know which ship Thalos is going to.
The Eyecatcher, which is the flagship, is further out into the harbor. That one is not docked.
Yeah,
Does they all know which of the boats the robots are on?
He
Both.
flew by the Heartbreaker and Hellraiser and got a ping on both of them.
So, yeah,
Okay.
both of the ones that are docked
One on each.
have a nimblewright.
Although I don't know
So-
if I don't know if he
We're
checked,
just.
I don't know that he checked
Sorry.
the Eyecatcher though.
Whatever.
There better not be a fucking third one.
Thalos is going to the Hellraiser
not
because it would be a stupid idea if he didn't.
All right, so that means IL's going to the Heartbreaker, I guess.
Yep,
Is
and
is
we're
is
performing
Pat
distraction.
is Pat Benatar there?
Anyway,
Please tell me some of you got that joke.
I got it. I
Oh,
chose not to ignore
No,
it.
but I think Tom Petty's on the one that IL's going to.
Oh God.
Well, I was mainly going for the "You're a heartbreaker."
We know.
Trainmaker.
Yeah, we get it.
we know.
Anyway, so I'm gonna give you. I guess okay. So Thalos is going to the Hellraiser. Isle to the Heartbreaker. What are the others doing?
I am entertaining some carnies with my sick dance moves.
Okay, make a performance check to run distraction.
I believe the idea is that Reese keeps an eye on
Sylvia.
her, and I think Ace is just in the very back, like leaning on the wall, essentially doing damage control on anything going wrong.
I got an 8.
Yeah.
8. Okay.
God damn it.
Luckily they're not, or they're honestly they're not they don't seem to be the most attentive.
Are you saying you rolled lower?
I didn't roll actually.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was gonna say.
But it wasn't exactly a hard roll. There are, however, it appears that something to note about the ships. There are the carnies, and then there's the actual crew.
The actual what?
The crew of the ships.
Okay.
The crew and on both of the decks of the ships, there appear to be 3 sailors and a mate, all human. So
Okay.
these and they don't seem to be as taken with Sylvia's performance.
Oh God. Well, she's only performing distraction. She's not.
Can I also look for some sweet tattoos while I'm performing my dance moves?
What?
Yeah, I mean, like on the sailors, on the carnies. Yeah, probably some of them have them.
No, specific tattoo.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you can make a perception check.
Alright.
I gotcha.
11 plus 4, so 15.
Okay. You don't. I mean, usually that particular tattoo is pretty concealed, but you don't see any sign of it.
Okay.
So here is the layout of the main deck of the ships. I'm gonna just give that to you.
Simple enough.
Boats.
Yep.
That's a boat.
That's a butt.
Hey, McBoat face.
Yeah.
Touch
so,
the butt.
So as you're on the decks, wait, which of the two ships are you on, Sylvia and Reese and Ace?
This isn't on a ship.
Okay, he's
We're
just,
not on them. We're like
open.
We're
out
just in the dock.
He's just running
at the dock.
observance.
Near like where they're docked, and Ace is like leaning against one of the walls near the back of the harbor, just keeping as wide a view on everybody as he can.
Okay,
I was told to run damage control essentially.
Yeah.
fair enough. So
Yeah.
what are Ial and Thalos doing?
Thalos is going to stand by the gangplank of the Hellraiser.
Mm-hmm.
And who's in plain sight on the ship?
There's a couple carnies, 3 sailors, and one of the mates.
So a couple carnies, 3 sailors. I'm gonna pick up kind of like a small rock,
All right.
and I'm gonna throw it at one of the carnies.
Just make a ranged attack roll.
Okay. Just unmodified or
Add your dex.
15 plus 2, so 17.
Okay, yeah. It whacks him in the head, sort of clutches at it, looks around.
Thalos waves down to him.
Okay. He'll get up and walk over to you and say and sort of rubbing his head and say, nice shot, friend. What can I do for you?
Oh, no, sorry about that. I was trying to call up, but I guess you guys are having a real good time up there. Been calling your name. Well, I don't know your name, but been trying to call out to you for about, time frame doesn't matter. I noticed that you have a small leak in your boat. Right down there. And he's gonna point kind of like over the dock so you can't see it unless you bend and look.
Okay. He says, just make a deception check, actually.
All right. 18 plus 2, so mod 20.
Okay, yeah, he'll say, a leak, I don't remember. I mean, we were dealing with the floats, and he's going to start to lean over. And
As soon as he leans to look, Thalos is going to kick him in the water.
Okay, make an athletics check.
15.
Okay, yeah, in the drink.
Yep. So Thalos is gonna go. He's gonna look up to the boat and go, man overboard, man overboard, and he's gonna dive in the water to help him. Quote, help him.
Okay, you dive into the water. Meanwhile, what is Ial doing?
Let me think. I'm gonna fly around and see if there's an entrance that's not being watched, particularly like in the back, maybe.
Okay.
Inconspicuously. Just kind of fly around the docks.
Yeah. Let me. There's not really. I mean, there's not really a. It's a ship, so there's not really a door or anything.
I was wondering, like a window, or if there's like a.
Right.
You'd be thinking of like a porthole.
Yeah, I mean there are windows, but they don't really open. it's basically if you look at the main deck, there's a you've got your there's a set of double doors and a single door leading another way. There's also on top of the main deck. Oh, actually, there's also stairs going up and down on the main deck, I should mention. But also above it, there's the fore and aft decks, the latter of which has the what appears to be the captain's cabin, and then above that is the wheel on the aft castle. Ship terms.
Ship terms.
Aft, poop deck, bow, stern.
Starboard, port.
So
all right, Ayal's gonna rest on the mast.
Alley.
okay, I'm just gonna give you the higher levels, and just so you can see how it all stacks. Okay, so you're going to the mast. What exact?
Stacks.
I'm just gonna see if there's any place I can touch down on the deck without being seen. Like, what's the ship? What's the patrols of the?
You see the crew is
Assassin's Creeding this.
right. I see what you're saying. Give me a perception check.
That's a D8. That's not what I want. Nat 1.
There's
dear.
There's some guys down there, dude.
There's some guys down there.
A horde of locusts fly into your eyeballs.
Yes. There's some sea spray. I also eyes are like just like blood red.
and at that point, Bird Boy gave up on the mission and toked some mad blunts.
Dude, there was like guys on the ship. It was
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Man. More than one. Can you believe
Yeah.
it?
So Ayal, you're not really sure of a safe direction of.
See, I'm just imagining I'll just, my hands are feathers.
Did you guys know I'm a fucking bird? Crazy.
God damn it.
So yeah, Ayal, you're not really seeing a safe avenue of approach from where you are.
Ayal's gonna stand up, look out toward the toward the ocean, and then just scream, "It's the bronze dragon!" See what happens.
Make a deception check.
There be dragons here.
Deception, disgrace, evil as plain as the scar on his face. That is a. What was my deception? I always look and then forget immediately what my modifier is. That's a
I feel that.
20.
Looking at your watch and forgetting.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
Modified 20.
Modified 20. Okay. Yeah. The crew sort of looks around for a moment and moves over to the side of the ship.
Hey, I have a question. Did he shout that loud enough for like all of us to hear that?
Make a. I'd say probably yeah. Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, one of the carnies that you're talking to, Sylvia, sort of looks around and says, "What dragon?"
Dargan?
The name of my dance.
Quinn, would you say it's possible for me to use my silent image to create a dragon within a 15-foot cube 60 feet away from my position and have it look somewhat plausible?
Like
this
messing with perspective.
Yes, like 15 feet for a dragon isn't unheard of, but putting it slightly off into the distance.
Sure. I gotcha. Yeah.
You could just do like the tip of a tail or something. You don't have to do the whole dragon.
That's true. You know what? I would like to do the head rising out of the water as a 15-foot cube?
There you
Okay,
go.
yeah. Sure. Yeah, you can do that. I'm not even going to have you roll for that. They start to talk amongst themselves, and Isle, after you mention the dragon, you see actually its head materialize.
It just rises right out of the water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
I was gonna blink and just think about it for a second, and then to say, "Good job, Ace."
Anyway, while that's happening, Thalos, you have dived into the water.
So I'm gonna dive in the water. This guy's not getting saved.
Dallas is about to stab a motherfucker.
I am going to take this guy, and I'm gonna dive in, and then I'm gonna grapple him to kind of go like under the ship with him.
Okay.
And I am going to jam my crowbar straight in his gut, so he sinks with it.
Oh.
Jeez. Wow. Violent.
I mean, what y'all expected.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Be 14.
Yeah, he's a commoner. And give me I believe that's your strength modifier of what the improvised attack is, I believe, is your strength modifier.
So 5.
5. Okay, yeah. Based on commoner health, yeah, that'll do it.
All right, and I'm gonna leave the crowbar in him, so he sinks to the bottom with it.
All right, yeah, he is a dead man.
And I am going to cast Disguise Self on me to look like him.
Gotcha. All right. Second later, you feel an arm reaching out to you and trying to grasp you and pull you up.
Suckers.
And you're pulled out of the water by another car. And he's like, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Your throat a little hoarse there?
Seawater. I got a lot in my mouth.
And they'll lead you onto the deck of the ship.
Bitches. I need to get rid of that crowbar, though. I don't have that in my inventory anymore.
Yep, that's gone.
Goodbye, crowbar.
You served a purpose.
Yep.
Okay. What do you do now that you're on the deck?
Okay. So that's top deck and then lower deck. So I'm on the main deck.
Yes. Yes. The first image.
If I was gonna store a fucking killer robot, it'd be in the bottom of the ship. So that's where I'm gonna go.
All right, gonna go down a layer.
Yep.
Okay.
Take this.
Yeah. So these stairs seem to go. They seem to traverse the full length of the ship. You can pass down a floor to the Orlop deck, which is the lowermost of the decks. Below that would take you to the upper and lower cargo holds.
All right.
So which floor do you want to go to? The stairs
We'll go
go
to lower cargo hold first.
Okay, so the very bottom. This is you're on the Hellraiser. Yes. So, I will give you the layout and describe your surroundings.
I killed a guy to sneak onto the ship.
It worked.
You sure did.
So that is
Shame your voice acting is shit.
And the interesting part about having multiple characters doing similar sneaking missions, like Ayal's gonna try the distraction, and Thalos is gonna do a little bit of hitting.
straight to the murder. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know what the team expected. You send Thalos to do something, he's probably gonna kill at least one person.
I don't think anyone was not expecting that necessarily.
Hey, it worked.
It was efficient. Well, maybe not fully efficient, but it certainly was effective.
Okay, as you get down, so you come down the stairs. You see you see a couple barrels in this area, and some.
I said barrels for a second. I'm like, what? We fall out now?
Yeah, you see a couple barrels probably storing some kind of liquid, you'd guess. However, as you sort of peek around the stairs, you see two humans standing guard, rather intimidating looking, in front of the room to the north. The door to the northernmost room on that map.
The north. Okay.
So they haven't seen you yet. You can duck back around the corner.
Yeah. Okay. So behind me is the stairs, right?
You've just come down the stairs.
Okay. So what's past their door? Like, say I didn't want to go to the door. I want to just walk past them.
You want to... they are right in front of the doors. They seem to be standing guard.
Right. So I'm saying, is there a door at the end of the hallway, or is the door on the side and the hallway continues?
It's the door in the side.
So what I'm asking is, if I walk straight down the hallway, there's the door and there's the two guards, or is it the door is on the side on like a wall, and then the hallway keeps going?
It looks the way the map does. Right in front of that door you see at the very top are the two guards.
Oh, so it is just the there's a door and that's
Yes.
the end.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Mm.
So I went down the stairs. So there's little like side rooms and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go into it's that third side room on the right.
Third side room so going down.
Yes.
Okay. So this that door actually appears to be a locker. Those 8 doors lining the sides appear to be lockers.
Lockers?
Yes. All 8 of those little compartments. They seem to be storage lockers.
All right. Well, then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go walk into the corner and I'm going to start a fire.
God damn it!
I don't know what you were expecting, Phoebes.
So it's damp down here.
Listen.
You don't know how flammable the wood is going to be per se. And these ships are built to withstand a little bit of damage from such things.
Are they built to withstand a 15-foot cone of fire?
Well, we can certainly find out.
Roll for ignition.
Roll for
So
ignition.
are you casting burning hands?
Supposed to just sneak in and take notes, you fucking Nimrod.
Well, here's what I'll do. I'll use green flame blade to start a small fire in the corner.
As far as with you need to attack a creature to activate that.
Okay then. Okay. All right. I'll attack myself. There we go. I'll hit myself to light the ship on fire.
That sounds incredibly dumb.
The fire also leaps to a different creature of your choice that you can see.
The boat's a creature.
It is decidedly not.
If you're gonna light the boat on fire, you might as well attack the crew.
I'm not sure how to feel about you freaking out about him doing it, but then you just encourage him to be more evil.
Well, I'm not gonna discourage him from being his character and doing what he's gonna do, but I'm gonna complain about it as well. So, I'm supportive, but also not supportive.
Seems like you're babysitting the wrong character.
Fuck you.
Okay, the thing is, Rebecca, Sylvia can be babysat. If you lecture her, she gets pouty, but she'll listen. Thalos just flips you the finger, walks away, and stabs somebody. The only way provably to stop Thalos would be to have somebody who's as strong as him that could actually physically stop him.
Yeah, Rebecca, be the person who flips someone off, punches them, and then walks away.
Oh, all right, fine. I guess
Really want two Saloses in here, BB. Is that really what you want?
If we're gonna do this, so just go all in, balls in. So just kind of walk down to those guards and burning hand them.
All right then.
Burning hands.
Okay. We're gonna come back to that.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
dead.
Ayal, what are you doing?
All right, so they're at the aft of the ship, correct?
They're it's either the port or the starboard, one of the two.
Fuck you do.
But they're on the side of the ship, looking over the edge at the dragon.
All right, they're on the side of the ship. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go. I'm going to try to sneak down as well. I'm actually going to, yeah.
Also worth noting, you do have the nimblewright detector.
Oh yeah, when I was flying around looking for an entrance, did that go to any?
It seems to. So do you want to try and follow it to see where it's coming from?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Damn right I will.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a. Actually, didn't do that well. Investigation. Oh, that's right. It's +7 now. Geez, I'm getting. 12.
12. Okay. You can get a decent. I mean, you have the detector, so that helps out.
Yeah.
It seems to be coming from the captain's quarters.
Oh, God.
Oh, geez. All right. That was my second guess, but I wanted to be optimistic. Captain's quarters it is.
Are you trying to just enter the captain's quarters?
I'm going to just peek my eye through.
Okay, the door is closed.
Does there have a keyhole?
I didn't say it was locked.
No, does it have a keyhole I can look through?
Oh, I see it.
Or like a hole in the door. Or crack.
Yep.
No, just kick the door down and claim that you're the captain of the ship.
Oh my God.
It'll work out.
No, I would kick the door down and say, housekeeping!
Yes.
Yeah.
Ding!
There doesn't seem to be an obvious lock to pick.
He's not picky. He just wants to look through. Check if there's like cracks or something.
Right. Yeah, you might be able to crack open the door without being noticed.
I'm going to try it.
All right, make a stealth check.
Stealthy.
Stealthy boy.
Do it, stealthy boy.
Alright, I got an 18 plus 6, 24.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very stealthily creak it open. You see a pretty fancy cabin with stylish purple drapes covering large windows that look out over the harbor. To one side of a central pillar, there's a comfortable bed with its oak headboard carved to resemble a kraken. There's an oaken dining table, some other furnishings, and there is a person in here, presumably the captain. You're on the.
When Zeus goes to Chicago, release the crackhead.
So you're on the Heartbreaker. So you see what appears to be a human with heavy set eyebrows, and just a rather heavy set eyebrows, and just a sort of stern looking face. He also has what appears to be a tarantula on his shoulder. But there is also in this room a nimblewright that appears to be serving him some food at the moment, pouring some tea. It appears to be a sort of personal servant type deal.
Did we ever actually see the nimblewright that we're looking for?
No, you did not.
That's why I said take some notes.
But this one
All right,
looks
is it-
this one looks very similar to Nim, which was the one you did meet with.
the one we're looking for though is a female, right? Isn't it? He said, didn't he call her?
I don't think it was ever specified.
I thought it was.
Did you just assume that robot's gender?
I was gonna say
I swear that DM called it a her at one.
somebody made an offhand comment that it might be like some long lost sister, but that was a joke. For all we know, the nimblewright we met told us that it was just a copy of himself.
Okay.
So it should look just like him, just without the hat and the cape.
In the cave.
But yeah, that is what you see in this room.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got a nimblewright serving tea, and he serving the tea to the captain. Doesn't exactly sound like a motorcycle. So.
Well, maybe not yet.
Alright, I'm trying to figure out where the heck I am. I'm there, I think. Right here?
So you're on the aft deck, which is the map, the picture that has like the two separated things, which is like a level above the main deck, and you're at the bottom chamber.
Okay, I see it, yeah. Then I'm going to...
You're gonna what?
Thinking.
Oh.
Thinking.
All right, while you're thinking, I'd like Thalos to roll initiative.
16.
16. Okay. And they are going to get... What are their bonuses, actually?
What?
God damn it.
We heard all of that.
Good. Fresh,
Feel better.
fresh squeezed.
Okay. They sort of shout an alarm as you approach, and
They're gonna see a wall of fire coming at them.
okay, you're gonna get that off.
There ain't gonna be a shout alarm. It's gonna be, oh wow, it's a pretty normal day. Suddenly fire.
All right. What do they need to roll for that?
They need to roll a 12.
12 deck save.
Yeah.
Okay. They both made that. So roll your damage.
They're still taking a
Half
I believe
damage,
it's
yes.
half damage. So 1d6.
Mhm.
Yeah. They take 4 damage
4
each.
Did you half it already?
Yeah, well, because
Yeah.
it would have been.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually no, my bad. I should roll the full 3d6. Never mind.
Oh.
I only rolled 1d6. My bad. So that's 4.
Not if you just reduced it to
6. That's 10, and that's another 6. So 16. So they both take 8.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, just roll 1d6, but you're like, no, what you said makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay, so they take that. And they both pull from their belt a familiar device that you took off of a
Got a gun.
certain individual a while back.
They got guns?
They got guns.
I got guns.
So you have guns.
Wait a minute. If I kill them, I get more guns.
Oh no.
Well, they're both shooting at you, so we'll see how that goes. One of them got a 9, but the other one got a 19.
Well, that hits. The other one doesn't, but
And that's going to be, let's see. That's 11 piercing damage. Followed by followed by 13 poison damage.
since when do guns do poison, and why does my gun not do poison?
Well, maybe you
Because
don't.
it's got poison bullets.
Yeah, maybe you
To
don't.
be fair, that gun didn't do poisoned when it shot you.
So that is a total of 23 damage.
That's cool.
What would you like to do?
Anyway, I'm gonna go up to one of them.
Okay.
We're going to activate. We're gonna activate Necrotic Shroud.
That's an
Then
action.
we're gonna activate. Is it an action?
The Necrotic Shroud is an action.
All right.
Just
then we're
goes.
All right. We'll use. Can I use Second Wind as a bonus action?
Yeah, that is a bonus action. Yes, I
All right,
believe.
I'm gonna use Second Wind. All right. So that gives me.
Do you mean action surge? Second wind is a healing thing.
Yeah,
I'm
saying
I'm
he's
using
doing that
I'm
as a bonus
using,
action. to
I'm
get health
using
back.
Second Wind.
It's a D10 plus 4.
8 plus 4 is 12. And then I am going to use Action Surge.
Well, you haven't used an action yet, unless you were doing Necrotic Shroud.
Yeah. Well, I'll No, I'm gonna swing 3 times at one guy. So.
All right.
So. I need to check what the fuck these swords are because they're different. First one is 13 plus 5. So I believe that's 18.
That would hit.
Okay. 7 plus 3, so 10.
That one does not. He parries that.
On the first swing. 14 plus 5, so that's 19.
That one does hit.
He's
Swing with your long
taking.
swords.
He's taking 9 damage on the next one.
Oh, the 10 was. Wait.
The 10 was the first swing. The 9 was the second swing. So he's taking 19 in total, and then I'm using Action Surge to hit him again.
Okay, got it.
So, and that's 12 plus 5, so 16.
Wait, you mean 17? 12 plus 5?
Would it be 17?
Yes.
Yeah, it would be 17, so 17.
That just barely misses.
Oh, okay, they've got 18s.
So you do a total of 19 damage. He is still looking quite healthy.
Okay.
Are you doing anything else?
That's the cute GTFO, brother.
Yar hard diddly dee, more like yar hard diddly die.
Well, I guess it's time to leave.
Moment when you realize this combat was a bad idea.
Alright.
You are most certainly not a pirate.
Time to yeet.
Yeet it or beat it.
Yeah, we're gonna yeet up the stairs.
All right, you would be provoking opportunity attacks, just so you're aware.
Whatever.
Okay.
I don't really have a choice.
Mm-hmm. It's just short swords, not the guns, thankfully.
They don't get to shoot you again.
Yeah. So let's see. That'll be a couple of swings. One's definitely a miss. The other's a 17.
Nope, that doesn't hit me.
Okay. Yeah.
I got 18 now.
So let's see. 30 feet of movement will take you. That'll take you just to the edge of the stairs. And it is their turn, and they're going to shoot at you.
No, they have to reload. They don't get to shoot. That's not how the guns work. You have to, if it's the pistol I have, or any kind of pistol, I believe you have to spend a turn reloading it.
Was that how I ruled it before?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't get to, I don't have the ability to shoot my gun over and over again.
All right. Then yeah, I guess they would have to reload.
Because if that's the case, I would just be using the gun every
Whoopsie.
turn.
I'll have to go back to that episode to remind myself what I was doing there. But yeah, you
were preventing RJ from getting way above the damage curve every round.
Well, yeah, that means I could literally just shoot the gun every turn.
I mean, it's not like the gun does crazy high amounts of damage compared to your other stuff.
Didn't it almost kill someone? You know.
Shit,
I
man.
think that was because it was a crit.
I'll just dual wield guns from now on.
I mean, yeah,
Wow.
it's a D10 plus 2, which is not completely crazy.
What is this Trigun?
Anyway, so yeah, they have to take a turn to reload. So, but they are starting to follow you, and it is back to you at this point. And they are
Alright.
also they are shouting for help.
Well, I'm gonna break line of sight and hide.
Where are you hiding?
In the ethereal realm.
I could.
There
do
were
that.
lockers.
Well, they're locked, aren't they?
Yes.
Something called a locker is locked? That's insanity.
Yeah, really.
Lockpicking fucking exists, thank you.
I don't lock
That's
pick.
El's thing, not really Thalos' thing. Could, it's just not quite as likely.
So I guess I'll break line of sight, and I'll use disguise self to look like one of the crew members.
Okay. So
And
you're
then
just,
come running back down.
okay. We'll come back to you then. You are, okay. Okay. I'll say this. Your appearance shimmers and changes, and you see that you're still dripping. Your illusion is still dripping blood, even though it has no visible cuts.
Well, I broke line of sight, and I am going to I'm gonna slump on the floor and kind of spatter my blood around me.
Okay.
Just roll around the floor in your own blood.
We'll come back to you then. Ayal, you're still peering into the cabin.
I might do something stupid, but it might work.
Oh my god. I've had enough stupidity tonight.
Right?
What would you like to do?
First thing, can you type in the chat what the name of the lady that almost killed Sylvia was?
The lady that.
Well, actually, no, she didn't almost kill Sylvia. Sylvia attacked her for some stupid reason.
It's a lady
Wait.
of Waterdeep.
Yeah, you mean the Open Lord?
The Open Lord, yes.
Yeah, that would be Laryl Silverhand. I'll type it in.
Thank you. Now, why I'm going to do this is because I'm thinking with my little gizmo and the knowledge that we do know that nimblewright caused an explosion in the center of the city. I'm going to pass myself as an investigator and take a page out of Spy River's book.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm going to open the door.
Yeah, before you open the door, a green goblin hand reaches out of the interdimensional plane, kind of hands you an inspector's license written in crayon.
Written on a slice of bread.
Written on a piece of bread.
Inspector Tim.
Inspector Tim.
The other
Funny, that
hand,
name sounds familiar.
the other hand comes out and gives you a piece of paper that says you got the job.
Okay.
What you didn't know was that homeless man was IL.
All right, you open the door. The man looks up in alarm or surprise and says, "Who are you?"
I'm with the City Watch. I've been sent to investigate all.
Do you have a badge?
I'm afraid I'm.
Just pull something out of your ass and flash it really fast and close it. It doesn't even matter what it is.
I'm afraid I'm on a. I'm trying to think of how to word this.
Undercover.
Low. I'm afraid I'm on a bit of an undercover.
You're undercover. Reach into the back, put your back pocket, pull out a shopping list, flip it open really fast, and close it.
I've been sent to investigate the incident a couple of days ago where is confirmed to be a nimblewright created an explosion that killed several people in the center of the city. And I'm going to hold up the detector.
Which is currently spinning.
which is currently very spinning. Yes.
Yes. He says, hell's that?
My spinny wheel says so.
My spinning wheel says so.
This is Constable Spinnywheel. Don't you backsass him again?
This is something given to me by the Open Lord to find to detect nimblewrights.
Well, I'm afraid you won't find it here. These nimblewrights are just for the crew. They're just for entertainment, service. He just sort of shrugs.
Does your nimblewright speak?
They're automatons, so no. As a rule, nimblewrights do not speak.
Recognize that there's a typo in that, but you get the idea.
Yeah. He says these nimblewrights are attractions and nothing more.
And I was just gonna narrow his eyes. You won't mind telling me where your nimblewright was last night or the night before, would you?
Of course not. It was here.
I was gonna think about it and say, he took the detector to the dock ward before, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, before last night. Did he take it to the night before? Because was this nimblewright? What I'm getting at, was this nimblewright here? Was there already nimblewright in the docks?
Actually, well, hold on. You got the detector, and you went searching, and I'm pretty sure you quickly zeroed in on the Gralhund estate.
So there might have been one already here.
Yes, you didn't. You were not able to. You did not figure that out.
All right. I was just going to say, very well. There seems to be another nimblewright on the other ship, so I'll come back after I've investigated that.
Fucking tell me.
Yes, there's one on each ship. They're part.
Is there
God
one on all
fucking
three
damn it.
ships?
Yes.
He said each. Each and every.
Would you mind collecting them for me?
I would. Yes.
I was just going to continue to be all proper and stern.
Right.
Sir, this is an ongoing investigation. Could you please? I'm going to have to ask you to please cooperate.
He says, I only have authority over this ship. If you want to figure out, if you want to conduct an investigation spanning the entirety of the Sea Maiden's Faire, you'll have to talk to the commander.
And where might he be?
Well, right now he's on the parade. We could schedule something for another time.
You know.
I'm sure he'd be
no clothes, just underwear and hat.
I'm sure.
Man.
And evil.
Yeah.
He's a very friendly individual. I'm sure he'd be willing to give you an audience.
That's what he wants you to think.
You hear Reese hissing.
I was just going to sigh and say, very well, tell him to meet me at his earliest convenience. And say that, and I was going to say that he's going to be around the dock for most of the.
We'll meet him
Mm-hmm.
when we go to kill him.
He says he will contact the commander shortly.
I was going to walk out and then get off the ship, and he's going to see if there's a messenger going anywhere.
A messenger? You don't see one.
He said he's going to contact him shortly. I'm wondering if he's going to send out someone to either contact the general or the other ships.
Okay, so you're waiting to see if you see anyone. Meanwhile, on the Hellraiser, where hell is indeed being raised.
I mean, it's appropriate.
Yup.
You chose him to go on that one on purpose. I knew it.
He did say.
He said at the very beginning, it'd be the wrong choice not to go on that one.
Yep. So you're just slumped in the corner. The two gunslingers round the corner and see you and say one of them says, "What happened?"
He cut me. He ran off that way.
Make a deception check.
Where's my deception? The fuck? Yeah, so 15.
15. One of them says, hurry, you can't have gotten far. And then the other one grabs his arm and says, wait. And he looks down at your wound a little more closely.
I'm holding it, so
right. Can you move your hand there for a moment?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do that.
He says the intruder was disguised as. I'm sure you saw the intruder was disguised as one of us. We can't be too careful.
And either stability.
Okay. Roll a d100.
Only got one shot.
The fuck spells. Well, considering I literally just rolled a 100 off of that.
Oh, did you?
Pop.
Yup. I literally just threw it down and got the 0-0. So.
Well, that just got interesting.
What does that do again?
The fog comes in as you find yourself in the ethereal plane, and the two gunslingers in front of you look around in shock and they say like, "You go that way, I'll scan this way," and they start walking in opposite directions.
Bitches.
You actually got that.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, hope for an 80-86, but it's just like throws it down. Well, don't even need to roll the other one.
What does the 100 do?
That
it gets me stuck in the ethereal plane.
it makes it somewhat interesting to get out. And I have tweaked a bit how this feature works. To be a bit more punishing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna.
AKA,
go ahead.
AKA, making attacks will do a lot more damage to you than it used to, and actually leaving will do so as well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. I'll go check the room that they were guarding just to see what's in it.
Okay. You walk through the door. And you find...
I can walk through walls, disappear, and fly. I'm much more murdery than the other guy.
Oh my god. As you approach it, you see a sign that you missed before, which says, "Restricted area, do not enter."
Fuck that, I'm going in.
Also, what languages do you speak, out of curiosity?
Common and Celestial.
Okay, it's written in both Common and Elvish, the latter of which you don't speak. But, yeah, you enter it.
Wow, symbols.
Yep. You see in this room many wooden kegs secured to the walls with ropes. That you count around 20. Each one has a paper label on it, both in Common and Elvish, as before. And as you look up at the label, it says, "Smoke powder explosive." There's also a ship. There's also a shelf above the kegs lined with wooden boxes.
What is it?
There's a shelf with boxes above the kegs.
Can I poke my head in to see what the boxes have?
You poke your head in and you count and you see many pistol bullets.
Ah, I see. Wow.
How much would it hurt you just to light a match inside one of those?
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning before we got there.
No, I'm pretty sure you're about to start the fire.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna toss a match. I'm gonna. Actually, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So I am going to. What do we? Oh wait, no. Pistols ignite shit, right?
They can.
You want to fucking die right there with the whole boat?
I'm in the ethereal
Go right
plane. Shit ain't gonna hurt me.
We'll see. Well,
I forgot. Quinn accidentally gave him invincibility.
we'll see. We'll put it this way. We'll see how quickly you can get back into the ethereal plane.
Yeah, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I have a torch. Okay? I have a torch in my inventory. I'm going to light the torch, and I'm gonna drop it on top of one of the kegs.
Okay.
It ain't gonna blow up immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna light a torch and put it on top, and I'm gonna leave. Fuck those guys.
Okay. Let's see here.
I'll show you for shooting me.
So you
That ship has the automaton with the stone on it.
you begin the arduous process of forcing your arm through the barrier between the planes, and suffer holding the torch. You suffer 17 force damage. But you do manage to get your hand through. Hey, he got the nat 100. That is the only reason this is possible.
Well, all in the day's work. Thalos is gonna dust off his hands and head out.
Okay, so cutting back outside.
Thalos is basically just gonna walk out of the ship and go to where everybody else is.
Right, and as you start doing that,
Spread out.
Ayal, you are looking for any sort of messenger or courier, and you're not seeing anyone. It seems that either you were being bullshitted, or he has some other means of contacting the commander. There are spells that are capable of that sort of communication.
Does the captain quarters have a window?
Yeah, it has windows. Oh, well, yeah, they had windows with purple drapes. You saw them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna fly around and look through them.
Okay, just make a perception. Yeah, just make a perception.
I'm just waiting for the earth-shattering kaboom.
It's coming.
It's coming.
There was supposed to be a kaboom, an earth-shattering kaboom.
Mod 20.
Mod 20. Yeah, you see him sort of sitting there and say, "Shit, you can read lips."
Yes, I can. I was hoping for this.
You see him speaking, sort of standing there and speaking to seemingly no one. But let's see here. He says, let me think for a moment.
Terminator mode.
Yeah, he says someone poking around looking for information, investigating the nimblewrights. They thinks one was responsible for the explosion in the North Ward. Requesting an audience at your earliest convenience. That appears to be what he's saying.
So,
and as you're sort of mulling that over, all of you.
I was just gonna not even look away. He's still gonna be looking at the guy. Inhale, exhale. Oi.
And
He just dropped the cards he was fiddling with and like suddenly.
yeah, you see a massive hole blown out. A massive hole blown out of the hull of the Hellraiser. And it appears to be...
Why do we trust him with anything?
It appears to be beginning to sink.
While this is happening, can I use this as a chance to sneak out and try to jump on top of one of the floats?
The floats are not here. The floats are all
They're gone, you drunk.
Oh.
They are in the
He's
parade.
gonna jump on the open water.
No, can I jump on one of the parade floats?
They're gone.
They're not
No,
here.
like, oh,
They're
right.
at the
They're
parade.
not there.
Oh, okay.
They're at the parade.
We're not at the parade.
The parade's happening over in this... It started in the Seaward and it's going throughout the city.
Okay.
So yeah. No, there are no floats.
Oh, I can't have any fun.
So... Yeah. That happened.
Thalos dabs an edge.
Just for reference, Reese is definitely staring at it like.
Oh, I'm sorry. The blast... Sorry. Did I say blows a hole in the hull? Rather, it blows half of the ship to smithereens. You see it. You see I forgot to. I didn't correctly convey the magnitude of this explosion. You see windows shatter throughout the dock ward.
So we're taking cover, aren't we?
And the volume seems loud enough that it was probably heard all the way in the field ward.
And I said no
Damn.
burning the ships down, you fucking idiot!
You maniac! You
Again, Ayel's reaction.
Meanwhile,
You are within 50 feet and you're just gonna sit there.
meanwhile, Thalos and the
No, I'm fucking ducking,
Thalos,
Yeah.
but I'm
Thalos and,
also saying that at the same time.
Thalos in the ethereal plane. I'll think hell puts on sunglasses. Has been raised.
got him. Fucking got him.
Oi, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna poke myself and get 4 HP.
Okay.
I might need that.
Just actually give me a Constitution check to see how far you made it before the explosion.
Okay, Constitution check.
Yeah, just to see how, like, if you, because the ethereal...
22.
Okay, yeah, you made it off the boat before it exploded.
Otherwise, you might be underwater.
Not that, yeah. So you wouldn't have taken damage from the explosion, but you would have been in the ethereal plane at the bottom of the harbor.
I mean, I could just walk up the harbor.
Maybe.
But it's okay. I made it off.
Yep. So yeah, that happened.
Fucking Christ.
So all of you, so I'll do go back to the group at this point.
I want to see. No, I want to see this guy's reaction. I want to see this guy's reaction.
See
Yeah,
the
okay.
boat get blown in half.
Yeah. So it appears that he comes right out of the quarters, and all the crew is the dragon illusion still there, by the way, Ace?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, I've been making it move this whole time. You could...
Well, regardless of what you do, they're not paying attention to it anymore.
You know what? I think Ace would have probably lost his concentration at the explosion.
That's fair. They weren't paying attention. They're all looking at this, and you see various crew and the like getting off of the now burning Hellraiser.
Shaba's gonna be the step
Whoever
first.
was at the front of the ship is fucking dead. like anybody who was on the front of the ship, just that end of the ship, they're just dead.
Luckily, the captain's quarters was at the opposite end.
Yeah, and if they don't get off the ship, it's gonna fucking sink.
But yeah, you see a sort of blonde human with a bit of a beer gut come out of that captain's quarters and start like coordinating efforts to get his crew off of the ship.
In another realm, Shava silently applauds.
I love it.
So yeah.
And then accepts the challenge to create a bigger one.
Goodbye, your boat.
You also expect that probably killed at least one of the two gunslingers.
I'm just gonna mildly suggest we start to, file out of here before they think that we had a hand in this.
I mean, I have the easiest excuse is I wasn't actually interacting with any of them.
Well,
Yeah, you're fine. I'm talking about me. And shh.
All of you guys were on the dock.
I was just
Sylvia,
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
we were-
there could be a case made against Sylvia and Reese for being there constantly interacting with the carnies.
Oh,
Scot free
Hold
right
on.
here.
Hole up.
What?
hold up.
As he is cards that got blown out of his hand in the explosion.
Oh, it took more than that. Actually, point of order. No, they wouldn't have enough time to react. As the explosion happens, I'm trying to think who has a vantage currently looking at the crew of the ship specifically.
What?
Probably Ayal.
Ayal
Yeah.
would. Probably Thalos, as he's just getting off of it. But as the front of the ship is destroyed, the crew, not the carnies, but the crew of the ship, changes.
Oh shit.
And
What?
a sort of shimmer drops, and the human forms are replaced with drow.
Ha!
And you see that for a moment before they run actually for the interior of the ship.
Does this include the captain?
Who's
The
laughing now?
captain actually doesn't come out.
I think literally only you.
Oh, God.
Take that, JB Nefer cunt.
And it's not even like a moment. Like, we knew he was running the fucking beat. So it's not that big a surprise that his cronies are the crew.
Well, they won't be selling that thing anytime soon.
I mean, you say that, but I've seen weirder shit happen in D&D. Likely to happen is the boat will be fixed in a week and our mansion's going to get blown up while we're away.
What are the rest of you doing?
Like I said, Ace gets a very, almost a heart attack as the explosion just shakes him enough to, one, break his concentration and blows his cards out of his hand. Very tired eyes, mutters to himself about trusting Thalos with literally anything, and just starts scooping his cards off the ground.
Reese is probably frozen in place, having a flashback to one of his worst days.
Sylvia does have an advantage against being frightened. So she's probably just going to keep doing whatever she's doing, not paying any mind.
I can lead dancing.
Yeah, the entire dock freezes, but Sylvia's still dancing like.
Thalos is going to sit on the side of the dock and admire his handiwork.
Did you ever get out of the ethereal plane yet?
No,
He's still in there.
If I did, it probably would kill me. I need the short rest before I leave.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do this pretty much without Thalos for now.
It's such as nerfing.
You expect that the City Watch is probably going to show up soon.
And
Time to touch all of Thalos' stuff.
my dog will eat you.
Sylvia threatened to eat the dog.
Oh no.
Threatened to eat the dog!
I've never.
Alright, so Aiel's gonna regroup with everybody, well, away from anybody so he's not seen with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still allegedly an inspector.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, be careful approaching any of us in public, because the three of us are still out in the open.
Alright, so what now?
Sorry, my cat keeps trying to eat shit off my desk.
Then don't leave shit on your desk.
Dirty thief. He wants, like, papers and to eat
That's
my
what
sketchbooks and
toilets
shit.
are for, Phoebe.
Oh
God.
my God, RJ. So we still have one major problem.
We have no idea what the F
Are we back? Are we back together?
Everyone except Thalos, yes.
Okay.
And Aiel's a little ways away. He's like behind you.
What the fuck just happened, first of all?
What do you
what do you
think
mean?
happened? Thalos probably
Well, I
found
know-
a supply of gunpowder.
Did we find our fucking nimblewright, though?
I'm willing to bet no. No, we didn't. In fact,
Exactly.
he might have just sank it.
Maybe
That was
the
my
robot
exact
blew up
fucking
the ship.
point about not burning the ships so that we could find the right one.
The robot
Aiel-
striked again.
Aiel's gonna walk up.
Yeah,
and
be
say,
quiet.
Aiel, you
Yeah?
said you were able to talk to some fucking dragon. Where? In the water? How deep in the water?
how deep was it? Like 40 feet?
Something like that.
Okay, well, I'm afraid you might have to go sifting around down there if we end up having had killed the fucking
Apparently the nimblewrights are used as servants. Every ship has one.
Every ship, including the head.
So that means our nimblewright could not even be on these ships. He
Oh,
could be
it
a
could be
completely different
the
thing.
servants.
Or he could not be the servant. Or he could not be here. Maybe he's at the parade for all we know.
Reese, you're making it harder for us. Assuming the one we're after, to avoid suspicion, it would probably be on the flagship if it has the stone.
Maybe we should go after the captain.
We're also assuming the nimblewright still has the stone.
2. It's a fair assumption. It's likely passed it off. Also, Reese, I think we need to agree. Thalos is never allowed to do anything by himself again because the pettiest thing will set him off.
Agreed. Mega Ultra, agreed.
Mega Ultra.
You can't even follow simple fucking directions like, don't burn the boats, you idiot!
Oh, he can follow directions. The problem is, as
Hey,
I've witnessed,
I
the
didn't-
pettiest thing done to him,
I'm gonna say
probably
that.
and he'll
Wait,
suddenly
I wanna
ignore
know.
everything.
Wait, I want to know, Thalos, have you found us yet? Are you just standing there in the ethereal
Oh, no,
plane?
he's-
I'm
he's
yeah,
sitting on the dock.
I'm sitting on the dock next to you
Yeah,
guys.
Thalos is hearing all of this.
I think
Although
We
you
don't know
know
you're
that.
here.
Yeah, they,
I
Thalos
thought we
is-
were walking back.
Yeah, well,
You're not
well,
scared to shit talk, you boy.
he'll be with you, but Thalos is just kind of like, I didn't burn the ship, I blew it up. It's not the same thing.
Speaking of which, Aiel's just going to murder.
murder.
Murmur. Was Thalos still on the ship when it blew up?
He's not
I
that
imagine he had
stupid.
some fuckery.
He's
Oh,
not that.
he's
Thalos is a
not.
lot of things. One of them, I'm sure he's not on the ship.
Then
What
where
a
is he?
shame. I'll drink to
Don't
his
know.
dead body.
Wherever he is, I'm sure he'll find us. And if he doesn't, that means he's gotten distracted by his personal projects. And there's not a whole lot we can do about it, and it's not really worth trying to drag him back. He gets his mind on something, it would take a lot of resources to get him on our track.
We gotta go for the captain.
Alright, suppose you're fair
You
enough.
want to go
Either-
for him in broad daylight?
He's
well,
in the
we
middle
can
of a
keep an
parade.
eye
What are you
on
going to
him.
do?
I
We
met
can
him
keep-
before.
an eye on him. The point is we can go searching for nimblewrights every day, but obviously the device we have will find any nimblewright no matter what, not the one we're looking for specifically. So our only chance is to get that captain and ask him what the fuck's going on.
Except we know he's not what he seems.
I know, I didn't say we had to ask nicely.
Oh, I didn't mention that. All the crew are drow.
That
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense.
So I was right to be concerned.
Well, it makes sense that his cronies would be the crew if he's heading the ships.
So we need to get him, and if he doesn't have the stone, then we need to get him to tell us where the nimblewright that has the stone is, or if it's in another place now. He knows.
Do that.
I put money
Yes.
on it.
I could
He
keep an eye
probably
on him
does.
from
The problem would be convincing a man of his stature.
I can keep an eye on him from the sky. What are you going to stay around here and look around for more clues or something?
What clues are there to find? Half of them sunk, and well, no, a third of them
Okay.
sunk. Another one's
So
off the harbor.
let me try to understand your plan. You want to go to the man at the head of somewhere in the parade, a fairly flamboyant figure.
No, we don't have to do it during the parade. I said several times you could just keep an eye on him until the parade's over.
That's what I was saying. IL could just do recon from the sky.
I
Hey.
could party with him. I could get him
Sure.
super drunk.
Yes.
This way, we could find out all the information we need.
He did seem to take an interest in Sylvia.
That is a good point.
Let's do that. Let's actually let the drunk do something, because I'm willing to trust the drunk more than I'm willing to trust
I mean,
Murder
let's-
McGee over there.
now,
Where are you
okay,
gonna-
let
I
me
wanna
remind
know-
everyone.
wait. I want to know where you're pointing when you say over there.
I'm gesticulating towards the probably
The burning ship.
sunk ship. Yeah.
Kind of like
You know what?
that.
Just because fuck it. When she points, I'm gonna bust out of the ethereal where she points.
Okay.
Just murder McGee over there.
And
Slump
you-
corpse.
And you take
It's okay. You can die. I can heal you.
you take 29 points of force damage.
Oh yeah!
As you
Are you down?
Thalos'
Yeah.
unconscious form slumps onto the pavement.
Oh God! All right, I'm gonna
Down
shake my
him.
head and walk
Holy
over to
shit.
him and cast spare the dying.
Murder McGee here. Slump.
I'm not drunk enough for this. Somebody died.
Oh, he's not dead.
Casper the Dying, not willing to spend any actual healing for what he just did.
Well, no, he's stable, and then I'll cure him. But that requires spell slots, Quinn. Do I really want to waste that on a
That's
fucking
what
idiot?
That's what I'm saying. Is like it makes total sense that you would just stabilize
Let him
him.
sleep
Okay.
it off.
Well, we have him, but may I find
Wait, what?
everyone?
Oh wait, repeat
Yeah.
that. You cut out for a chunk.
Well, now that we've found the psychopath, everyone, that any possible plan we can come up with catches wind of it, which, considering he was clearly in his other plane, he probably heard all of it, could just bust in and decide to ruin the entire plan because he doesn't like it.
Why do you think I didn't heal him?
Right, what I'm... Oh, Christ.
You realize we can, like, lock him in the cellar
I'm
or
just
something.
saying you can...
You need a
No,
door
we
on the
can't
cellar
because
for
someone
that.
broke the door to the cellar.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Lock him in.
I still need to get that
I'm
fixed.
just saying...
No! Do not fix that!
I'm just saying, we should be aware of Thalos has a tendency to decide he suddenly doesn't like the plan and do whatever he wants.
It's because
And honestly,
I'm
if
going
we're-
to be involved, isn't it?
So I
Special-
should ask my fancy lady to lock him up in an actual fucking jail for a little bit.
True, but let's face it, the more hostile we are to him, the more likely he is to start messing with our plans.
Oh, I have a better idea!
Fortunately for us, Thalos is sort of a lose-lose situation.
What if we took welcome to my parents' infirmary.
Oh,
You know, that lady was killed.
she's still even there.
I don't know, but it would be hilarious to have him wake up next to the person he hates most in the world.
I realized they would probably start a fight in the middle of your infirmary again.
No, they won't. They made a deal. I was there to witness it. If she's still there, she's fine. So
They made a deal to fight each other.
Yeah, but not while she was. If she was still in the infirmary,
That wasn't part of the deal.
Well,
I
it was
swear to
you
God,
made
that was
that
part
you
of the
made that
deal.
deal to Reese's parents.
Mhm.
Basically, like, if you're going to conduct this business, don't do it in the middle of our hospital. Now,
the point is we can do guarded custody there.
I understand that. I'm just, you see my getting on his bad side.
I could help
Well, you
with
know
that.
what?
You hear?
Who dis?
Wait, what?
You sort of turn and sort of leaning against a wall by an alley. Figure you've not seen. Appears to be a woman in sort of red and black leather, wearing a mask over her face, or her eyes at least.
Damn it, I've been playing Shadow too much. As soon as you said woman, I was just like, alright, time to go. Wait, wrong character.
Trial was
Squinty
about to
eyes.
be like, all right, time for Nut Hut.
Yeah, exactly.
Squinty eyes. Who the fuck are you?
She says, I've had some dealings with this one. I can watch, and I could watch him for a bit, if you like.
How much does he want you dead? 'Cause that's pretty much everyone he's ever met so far.
I won't kill him, prefer not to soil my business with that.
I'm not talking about you killing him, I'm talking about him attacking you. There's a very big difference.
She says,
Yeah.
she says, let him try.
She's gonna
really?
stare at this person for a bit and then forget about it. Turn to Reese. Take him back to the manor and I'll watch him.
All right.
Out of this group, I have the best rapport out of anyone.
Excuse me?
Best rapport with him.
I'm
Yeah,
still gonna
they're-
give
I'll give you
Captain
that
drunk.
one.
You three can handle watching the captain and figuring him out.
Who the fuck is that lady?
She says, well, if you have the matter in hand, just if you need help,
No, but really, who the fuck are you?
if you think you need help dealing with him in the future, ask around for the Black Viper.
Oh, her. Ha. Ha.
And she'll walk down the alley.
I was wondering when she'd show up.
Which, by the way, those of you who've lived in Waterdeep for most of your life, the Black Viper was supposedly a notorious criminal from a while ago. That
Again, you're breaking up a lot.
Yeah, you are.
God damn it. Am I good now?
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Black Viper was a notorious criminal who supposedly died a century ago.
Ace will have like a very small sweat drop going down the side of his head.
A century ago? Okay. Reese is mildly intrigued.
God damn it.
Thalos knows the truth, but he's unconscious.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
you.
Jay, stop making the moment about you.
Well, no, I know who that is. I know what she's really about.
I'm not saying it's hard to figure out, or obviously Thalos knows about her, but, we're acting in character.
Anyway, so you can all make your way back to the manor at this point.
I think it's just Ace taking Talos back, and the others are gonna go scope out Mr. No Pants.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can get his doggo to carry him around, so you don't have to.
I'll take care of it. You three just go on and meet us back at the manor when you've got all the info you need.
Actually, you know what? Ayel's gonna think of something because he's gonna have an epiphany because his player has an epiphany.
Okay.
Epiphanize.
Considering that one of his ships just blew up, his mental telepathic messages might be blowing up too. So he's gonna fly over to the parade and see if he can read his lips and figure out what he's talking about.
Okay.
They might all regroup at the harbor because one of their ships blew up.
Well, I mean, it would be a bit odd if the guy in the parade just suddenly bolted, even if it is for a good reason.
Yeah, you can.
It could go. What I'm saying is, it could go either way. It could be he's just reacting to an emergency, or he might want to save face and not pretend he doesn't know about it yet.
Well, he also could be talking to someone.
Maybe. There's possibilities.
Yeah, you can fly out.
Sorry, I just would like to point out, once those three head off, instead of like dragging him, Ace is just going to throw Thalos' arm over his shoulder and take him back kind of normally.
Okay. Yeah, Ayal, you can fly back over to the parade, where you see it's now it's sort of made its way southward a bit into, I'd say, the trades ward at this point. And you see if he knows about the incident, he hasn't shown it. He's still smiling and putting on a show for the onlookers.
Alright, I'm just gonna watch him and follow the parade.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all gonna head down that way, or the rest of us that are doing that.
I bet he really regrets calling me a drow now.
I think everyone that calls you a drow ends up regretting it.
I'm going to call him a drow. Well, I'm going to blow up one of your boats.
And we move
Nah, RJ, you know who I bet is
comment.
You know who I bet is sweating? Because he's like, oh god, that could have been me.
Who?
You smashed the bagpipes over. He also called you a drow.
Oh shit, I gotta blow up one of his boats now.
I mean, he doesn't have a boat, but I'm betting he's thinking like, Jesus, I got off easy.
My detector's still not going off, right?
No.
Can I look to see if there's any more? What?
Wait a minute, I'm thinking. No, not at the moment.
Can I look to see if there's any more of his quote-unquote crew in the parade?
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't seem like his crew is part of the parade. It's mostly the carnies and such.
Okay. I'm just wondering if there's anything I can further investigate other than just kind of flying around this guy.
But yeah, so let's see.
We just basically follow him and watch him until the parade dissipates.
I'm still laughing at my passive investigation.
22, yeah.
He fucking too.
Yeah. I'll sort of make this quick. As you're sort of watching him, he doesn't display any unusual behavior. By the time they get back down to the docks, and they see the exploded ship.
They see half of a ship ass up.
Just the way they like to fuck.
Sinking.
Yeah, at that point, he sort of calls off the parade and sort of also seemingly making a big show out of it. Sort of like runs over to his ships and gets aboard the Heartbreaker to sort of figure out what happened.
Eat my ass, Kevin.
I'm gonna see him and follow him and figure out where he is. Is he going to the captain's quarters? If he is, I want to peek in the window again.
Eat my Kevin.
1 sec. Hang on. God, it's not finding the information I want.
Between my ability to fly and my now my reading lips ability, how much can I like completely derail this fly?
More than I'd like. Yeah, you see him go below decks, where there aren't really any windows.
You can't see through walls, fuck boy.
One of us could, but he's unconscious in the bar right now.
He can't do that anymore today.
I can only do that once per day.
He also can't technically see through walls. He can go through walls.
Yeah. So I have to stick my head through it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna hover around a bit, try to stay out of sight too, just in case anyone's looking. Investigator named Jim.
Okay. What are you doing? Where are you going?
I'm just gonna hover around, like I'm just gonna be around the docks and keeping an eye on the ship and the guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna be our forward scout.
Okay. And there doesn't seem to be any obvious action going on. The watch has shown up as well, and they're sort of talking to the crew, and they seem to be discussing, figuring out what happened, what people know, that sort of thing.
They'll never know it was me, because it's like I wasn't there.
You also can't ask witnesses from the scene if they're fucking dead.
Yeah, you can't ask witnesses if they all got blown up.
Oh, speaking of blown up, wasn't the corpse that you took, like whose image you took underneath the boat?
He is currently at the bottom of the harbor.
He's sank to the bottom of the harbor. He's got a crowbar stuck in his gut.
Which the watch may decide to investigate now that half the ship is also at the bottom of the harbor.
He committed suicide.
Well, let's see, but here's the thing. They don't have any proof that happened. It could have been part of the ship explosion.
Well, they'll probably start investigating, and we'll see where that goes.
He looked like him. He disappeared, and then he shows up at the bottom of the harbor. That's what they're going to do.
Crowbar in his gut because he committed Sudoku.
And you can't use communicate with dead if the corpses got vaporized to giblets.
That is true.
Okay, so
who did it? It was some drow-looking dude.
Yeah, they're going to say it was a drow.
On the far side of the town. You fucking what?
Yes, it was most definitely a drow, not an Azamor.
Interesting. I am going to have to think about this in between sessions.
It was a spy. One of our own.
Yeah, they might think that because Thalos does look like a drow, but he's technically not. So they might be like, "Oh, one of our own guys did it. Somebody was a traitor, mutiny."
Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
No, it was an edgelord.
It was an edgelord.
Anyway,
who would win? A bunch of drow or one edgy boy?
So. Where is everyone right now? Ayal's
keeping forward scout to see how the situation.
I'm on the hunt for that shirtless pretty boy.
Well,
he's on the boat.
He's on the boat.
Yep.
I'll stealthily follow him.
Onto the boat?
Yes.
How?
Just casually walking behind him, like in a march.
You forget she's friendly with.
Walks behind.
Sylvia is just gonna crawl up his ass crack and hide there.
This isn't an Infinity War. She's not Ant-Man.
I don't think people would really be off guard by this stumbling drunk walking onto a boat.
I'm gonna say they're not just by virtue of the whole investigation, they're not really letting anyone.
Yeah, don't you think there'd be up security considering one of the boats got blown in fucking half?
Yeah, they're not letting anyone on the ships who isn't a member of the crew at the moment.
Oh.
Or a carny.
So I can't even say that I'm a big fan of him?
They will tell you that they appreciate it, but if you could come back another day.
But I wanted him to sign my fists!
And he can do that another day under better circumstances. Things are quite hectic at the moment.
Guess who's using ether instability to blow up the other boat?
No.
And that's only if you get another 100.
That 100,
No.
yeah. Let's be.
I'm not doing that again.
Let's be crystal clear. The only reason that worked is because you got a nat 100.
Can you at least tell the captain that Sylvia says hi and that she wishes that she had the chance to see him?
They will pass on that message. The guy you're talking to nods and says he will do that.
Okay, and make sure you mention the fist signing thing because it's very important.
He makes a note of that.
All right.
Should have invited him to the bar.
Wow,
Remember we have a no hats, no service rule?
That's a really nice boat you have there, Thalos. Shame.
Well, if I invite him back to the bar, Thalos is there, and he would probably just want to kill him.
But he doesn't know it was Thalos.
So yeah, Bird Boy is just kind of standing Bat Vigil, Bird Vigil on one of the roofs.
You're right there.
Having a mini seizure.
Are you comparing yourself to Batman right now? Is that what this is?
Oh, he's the Birdman. Now for some Venn diagrams.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it seems like most of the action has calmed down, and most of what's happening is going on below decks. Probably, it doesn't seem like you're going to get much more by observing today.
Well,
Alright.
back to the bar.
I'm gonna question an asshole.
Done.
Ace had already taken him back to the manor and put
Yeah,
Thalos in
I
his room.
know. I'm gonna
I'm
fucking
telling Quinn because he was
heal him
asking.
Yeah,
and ask him why he was a fucking idiot.
Ace is just going to be sitting in the room smoking, waiting for him to wake up.
Cool.
Or for Reese to
I'm
come
gonna
back,
fucking
whatever
barge
happens
into the
first.
room.
Carl and Siggy. Just
I'm
kind of
gonna-
hanging out in the corner.
I'm gonna be napping. I'm gonna slump
On the
my
bar.
body into the place and just lay down on the bar table and nap.
I'm fucking barging into the room and casting a Cure Wounds on him
Thalos, you come
angrily.
You come to.
Okay, how much health am I getting?
Hold on.
Angry cure wounds.
Yes, cure me with all of your hate.
Let the hate
That's
flow
10.
through you.
That's 10 points of healing.
No, wait, not 10.
Let the hate flow through you.
Thalos,
Let it
you
give you your strength.
your eyelids flutter open. You see a very angry-looking Reese.
You're
Thalos,
a fucking idiot! Can I slap him? Can I just honest to fucking God slap him in the
Sure.
face?
Can I
Done.
cock block the slap?
I'll say because you're waking up right now. No, this is happening as you're waking up, and you're just sort of like a little out of it, and then the slap happens, and you're more aware.
Just first thing you wake up, just
Yep, basically.
So he gets slapped across the face, and you'd think that he would look at you and go for the kill shot of your throat, which is clear with arm reach of him. He could totally slice your throat.
Do it! I don't give a shit.
He just sits there And he cracks his usual twisted smile and says, "Worth it."
And I think we're gonna pick up there next time and see how this shakes out.
I'm just still laughing at the image of Aiel just slowly rising in the corner of a building with his wings looking like a cape to the Batman begins.
Batbird.
Batman theme plays.
Batbird.
Well, we made progress.
That took a turn.
Yeah, it really did.
Why? Because one of the boats blew up. I think it's because one of the boats blew up.
Honestly, at one point I did want to test out my falling ability, so that's why I wanted to climb on top of one of the floats.
Gotcha.
Jump off.
I mean, the floats are, they're carnival float sized. It's not like they're 20 feet tall or something.
Exactly.
I mean, at their tallest point, they might be.
Maybe some of them.
That's only on, like, top of the very top of one of the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn, I actually wouldn't even thought about it. The moment you said, when I looked at the window, it was like, you're just like, all right, you see, shit, you can read lips.
Yeah. It occurred to me, it was like, this is a now tool you have.
So, my fair DM.
Yes.
How you feeling about that boat?
I think that's going to make the story go in much more interesting direction. I think it's going to make the story go in much more interesting directions.